What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Kanode Knows. This week on the show, we got George Boyd, V Club OG. And I don't know exactly how it came up, but I'm stoked we reconnected because I've been sweating him since, 2010. And we talk a lot about Randy Taylor. We talk about the history of V Club. We talk about video editing, but it's also fun because I started asking what's the most famous blank, and so you guys should put in the comments what you think the most famous 360 is, because that's what we talk about in this one. I had that grand idea of premiering people's videos here, and then I forgot to do it, so next episode. And oops. Oh well. It was great to talk to George. George, thanks for coming on, and I hope you guys enjoy this conversation as much as I did. Make sure you smash that motherfucking like button and subscribe to the channel. Rate the show, share the show with a friend, and sorry to the couple of you dudes who are trying to join the YouTube membership, and it's just too difficult to do, so I'm thinking I might switch to Patreon or something. Those are, I think I covered the bases. Thank you to the members, my member berries. It's Sunday. I'm heading out to LA for the week for work, and then my birthday is the following week, so hopefully I can pull off one while I'm out in LA and do one in person. Or we'll just figure it out. This was also so last minute. Life is busy, man, but we're fucking squeezing in these podcasts when we can. So, love you all. Thanks for listening, and have a good time listening to this podcast. What the fuck? All right, bye. Kanode Knows. Hey, George Boyd.
Bobby, how we doing?
We just have to pretend like we weren't just talking for 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, motherfucker.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy you were down. I forget how it came up or whatever, but stoked. I've been knowing George Boyd for 27 years, man.
I feel like I've known Bobby for such a long time, but now it's the first real face-to-face meeting. But
fuck yeah.
I'm sure we've brushed shoulders many a times in many a places.
Like where?
Well, you gave it away earlier. Texas Toast. Yeah. We've all spent time in Austin.
What happens if I just Google search George Boyd BMX? How to wall ride 180 with George Boyd.
Yeah, that one always was the top. It was
always great
SEO. Ride BMX knew how to do it.
I'll bring the homies with us. There we go. We got Texas Toast Jam and George Boyd.
Dang. Yeah.
Let's see George.
This was the first riding I ever did off of a freshly torn ACL.
Damn, you
freshly repaired, that is.
The ACL will get you.
It comes for everyone. It's just a ticking time bomb, isn't it?
Yeah, for real. It's happened to my boy Nick Bonnell out here, I think 4 or 5 times, and he's come back every time.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
Bless his soul 4 or 5 times.
How old are you now, and how old were you in this period of time?
Dude, today I am 35, and here, how old? 11? Let's do the math. That would put me
24.
At a fresh 24. Yeah.
Huh. Cool. I'm almost 30. I've turned 34 in like a week.
Hey.
There
you go.
Did you say today? Like today's your birthday? You're 35?
No.
Okay.
Just freshly though. Hey, April. I'm a fresh 35.
Look at this. 35 is the new, or 21. I don't know. I feel better
That's
now than
I
did like late 20s though.
Yeah. I felt really good in these days, man.
I forgot about Texas Toast, man.
It was such a cool thing to get those dirt jumps in Austin, and everyone. Anything that Austin could put together was always just a real amazing thing.
Look at all these peeps. I know I'm there somewhere.
Bunny hop contest. Who was that hopped over that?
Brock. Brock's won every single bunny hop contest for the last 27 years, dude.
Dude, I used to have confidence at bunny hop contest, and I think Brock was the one who right there took it from me.
Yeah, I bet. I don't doubt it. He's superhuman.
Yeah.
So, where do we start, George?
Dude,
where should we start? What's your?
Well,
yeah. Do you?
Where do we start? I mean, honestly, BMX for me. Well, when you get past the bricks underneath the piece of wood, is V Club. V Club is where it really all takes off.
Yeah. So what is V Club? I know what it is, but what is V Club?
Hey,
How did it?
to
How did
those
V
that
Club
still
become a
know
thing?
V Club, respect. But V Club, it's Jeremy Harabel. Shout out Jeremy. And Matt Morin too. They started. It was an Austin-based clothing company, and V Club literally meant like Virgin Club, and I believe it got that name as kind of a fun play on Dylan and Ryan Smith because Jeremy worked at Ramp Ranch. If anyone remembers Intellect, Ramp Ranch, and the dude just had an eye for talent, and I think Dylan and Ryan kicked it off. I'm probably slightly off on that, but it turned into just like the best group of friends.
Fuck yeah.
And we all were friends before, and all of our writing might have been at little different places. And as that took off, we just got closer, had more fun, started going on trips, things started moving in our direction, started making videos, started traveling together, trips back and forth to Austin. I mean, Dylan and Ryan, those guys, I met them when we must have all been 13, 14. Randy.
I remember this video in particular, kind of like it was yesterday. I just
Dude,
snapped back into like being
I
17.
I mean, I think there's a world where you can really say V Club kind of like one of these was one of the first like kind of more substantial web videos
Yeah,
at the time. Like I remember with this one,
yeah. This one,
uh,
if I
Ryan
can like
Smith.
hear it, I want to hear it. Hold on.
How I know this song,
Yeah, dude. You
Kareem.
know this. I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Could you hear it just now?
I could not. I could
Okay.
not. I could feel the beat a touch.
You know this. Oh
I'm pretty
wow.
sure with this video though, with V Club, I did a lot of the like uploading of videos and whatnot. Ryan Smith edited this one. I'm pretty sure this one we uploaded it on the V Club website. There was no YouTube at this point, so
That I remember. Yep.
it was like literally streaming off of the on like a QuickTime
Yes.
player on vclubbmx.com. And I think Jeremy got hit with like a 5-figure bill, if I'm not mistaken, from the like I don't forget what the fancy bandwidth overload that he caused like the server
Wow.
hosting it. And I'm pretty sure he said it was. I mean, I'm probably taking words out of Jeremy's mouth, but let's just say that Jeremy said it wasn't a bad thing in the end.
Hmm. What does that mean? It
Like,
wasn't a bad thing in the end.
like the I think he sold some shirts.
Nice. Yeah, V Club was huge, and it's cool to hear the fact that it stands for Virgin Club. Was it a clothing company before you guys got involved, or no? Like,
Yeah,
what was
I
the
think it was.
timeline? It was like, let's make a clothing brand and then promote it with bikes, or was it already a clothing brand
No,
before the bikes got
it was
involved?
Jeremy Haravel.
Yep.
Uh, he started it. It was it was his baby. Um, Always clothes, always BMX from the get go. And I think Dylan and Ryan, in my memory, were the first ones on the team, which it really didn't even feel like a team ever.
Right.
It was really just some buds that all like to film, like to ride the street, and drive back and forth from Dallas to Austin
Hell
as
yeah.
much as possible. And
Which city are you from originally?
I'm from Fort Worth.
I don't
I'm
really know
from
Texas geography, but it seems close.
That's
Dallas,
just
Austin, Fort Worth.
it's pretty much a straight line, 2 hours up from Austin.
Nice.
And
Uh,
yeah, but man, it was just there's if there's one thing I take away from BMX is V Club. It was the greatest, just closest group of buds, and we had so much fun, and we were all doing everything for our first time together,
fuck yeah.
and kind of all were on the same trajectory.
Yep. And I remember sweating Dylan so hard, sweating all of you
Mm.
guys, but Dylan and Randy in particular
Yeah, they were the
really stood
heroes.
out. They were the heroes. I'm pretty sure Randy 540's off that loading dock in this video. Yeah. No, is that it?
Does he do that one?
No.
And
No,
I did six
it
up
was
or
the one that he
three.
whipped earlier. Yeah, this one. I remember
That
Randy.
one, he fires off that in
He fives off that in a different video.
different one. I
Yeah.
think you might have to go forward like years,
Yeah.
years.
It's amazing the
That's
little
a
things
fun
that
thing though.
stick out. Yeah.
You see so many of the same spots too on V Club as you go forward.
There's the Aaron Ross fakie hop rail.
That's the anti rail hop.
So crazy. Um,
Yeah,
Dope.
and
Yeah, it's really crazy to think back and the impact that had, and you guys have no fucking clue. I don't. You probably have no clue, but that goes
No
around, and
clue.
every
We're like, how
BMX
do
kid
you,
who's like geeking out on the internet is like, "Oh my god, V Club,
dude?
it's so sick."
Yeah, we
Uh,
had a lot of fun.
and then when did I guess I don't know. We got to keep going with V Club. My gut right
Yeah.
now is to ask you like what your first I don't know taste of. I ask a lot of people this. What was your first taste of like the industry? When was a company like, "Oh, you guys are sick. I want to sponsor you," or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I'd say, well, it was always on V Club. Basically, once I started to really figure out writing a good bit where I felt super confident, it was like V Club. And then honestly, the first time I ever got a real taste of like being a part of something that I watched was we went on a props trip. Uh, I
That's
think it
big
was
time.
props 60, 60. I won't get the number right. Let's just say 65.
Was that a
Uh,
V Club road trip for props?
V Club road trip. Yeah, we
Sick.
went to Pittsburgh and back, and it was like me, Kareem. I don't think Dylan or Ryan made it on the trip. Randy, Andy Martinez, Big Rob. Shout out Big Rob. Um, yeah, and
This is
Hanson.
the one.
Yeah,
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 I was just
Morin.
talking to Kareem about this. And
Yeah, dude, this
yeah,
was.
look at that young baby, dude.
I was behind the camera with all these dudes for so long, and then eventually was lucky enough to get on the other side of the camera around this time.
Look at this little baby boy. Baby
Dude,
Boyd. I
fresh.
love
I
it.
was I was 17 there.
It's crazy.
This video used to play on Fuel TV like 7 times a week at like 2 a.m.
Hell yeah. That's crazy. You're on TV at 17 years old.
And this is the
Um,
one.
yeah, tell me about this trip. What's a highlight
Wow.
from it? Can you remember anything?
Oh, I can remember of so much. Yeah.
What's that
Dude,
like to have a memory? That's cool.
isn't it? Isn't it?
Like you're rocking demo. I remember sweating that green demolition seat. Did you have some green
Randy
pegs
was
too?
on Demolition at this point, so that's probably
Yeah, green
Randy's old
hubs.
parts. He was on
Yeah,
Volume and Demolition here. So anything I've
sick.
got at this point is just Randy's old parts.
That's the best. Having a homie who's sponsored is basically like being sponsored.
Dude,
You
it was,
know.
and when yeah, and we were such good buddies, Randy and I. Like when he would, I mean, I just felt like when he was sponsored, I was like, dude, like we're sponsored, man. But it was all.
Yeah.
But Randy was clearly top dog.
Yep.
No, this trip was just it was so fun. Everyone was getting their first taste for the most part.
And who's
Walter,
sticking the fisheye in your face in this?
that's Walter Perringer,
Walter. Nice,
and
dude.
that's one of the best parts about that trip is this is where I met Walter, and today Walter's one of my best friends. So,
No shit. Cool.
oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
love Walter. Shout out
Um,
Walter.
I think Randy came on this trip with like something like 15 or 20 bucks right here. He's probably saying it right now, and he flared this tree, and I think he got a pot of like $100 or something, and so that's why he did
Nice.
a flare right here so he could eat lunch the next day.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. So
I think
all
it
the
was like
homies chipped in. That all the homies were like,
everyone
I
chipped in.
got 10
Yeah,
on it.
I'm
Flare
sure
this
someone had
tree.
more than that.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's how Randy ate right there.
that's bomb.
Peanut butter and jelly for the
Now, were
rest
you
of the
guys in the
trip.
rig? It looks like
We
you're
were in the
in
rig,
the
and
rig.
we'd
Yeah,
stay at some people's houses. I think we stayed. We were at Mark Batosny's in Pittsburgh,
legend.
and then maybe we were with Jeremy Infelice if he lived, if I'm not mistaken, when he lived in. We were in Tennessee, but nonetheless, yeah, we were in the rig. I was sleeping in the rig on this
That's
trip.
wild. What
First
a
time.
crazy first experience of like
I know, yeah,
I've
it
been
was
watching
great,
all
and
these videos of this fucking rig, and then oh, we're in it. Cool.
we're in it. Yeah. Oh man, you
Little
can
old
probably hear
me
my
in V
bike even
Club.
on mute.
Boom.
My bike was so loud there. I bet you can hear it rattling on mute.
If you still remember like that, then yeah, it must have been loud.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Uh,
this is the first real one here, and from here we went. What happened after this? After this, we pretty much went straight into filming for Overexposed,
yeah,
um,
overexposed.
and that was when V Club really started. Oh yeah, and here it is
We
here.
can't. Yeah, we
You know
can't
what?
watch this road trip without watching that. Yeet.
A really awesome little piece of this here is I was filming. I filmed both these angles because Walter was shooting the photos,
Yeah.
which is nerve-wracking enough.
Is it just
But
one angle for the three? But
it's
anyway,
just one
sorry to
angle. It was
interrupt.
just
Yeah.
we just had one VX. I think I see a VX in your desk back there.
Yeah.
Um, no, that was it. one angle for both these. So this one here, the whip
Yeah.
that we all know, like the first time Randy did it, he failed to tell people he was going. And out of fucking nowhere, he just was like, I hadn't hit record. I just was like, oh shit, there's Randy, and like slammed record, and he blew a pedal on landing it.
Whew.
It just barely. So there's a world where that footage doesn't exist.
That's scary, especially on something big like that.
Like I'm pretty sure Jeremy was like walking up the staircase when Randy tried it his first time. Like nobody knew he was coming. I think he was just in his head that much.
Isn't in here, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it was probably filmed like I said, like the camera was not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wolf.
Is that would you say that's the biggest filming mistake you've made?
Well, thank goodness it wasn't a mistake. No one knew about it until 15 years later.
I'm trying to think of one. I know that somebody did crazy, like it's just the worst feeling in the world. I think I've definitely anti-filmed something where like you go to check it and you filmed everything leading up to
recording inverse.
The inverse recording is the worst. Like there's nothing, and it's like this is your one job, dude. You're just here to point the camera.
That's it. But sometimes when people are trying stuff that you get nervous about, like you just
there's a clip of Nick Bonnell doing something crazy here for the next video, and I'm legit so scared for him that the footage is shaky. Like it's just oh god, so scared. Dude.
I'm pretty sure if you watch, Jeremy's going to get brought up a lot because he's behind so much here. But Jeremy, if you ever watched one of his V Club parts, it just the definition of hucking. Like that dude was not afraid ever, and was always for the sake of the video is what we used to always say for stuff like that. Like he's just gonna send it because he just wants this video to be so good.
For the sake of the video,
he'd put himself on the line. But everything he did, not everything, a very decent amount of stuff Jeremy did, I'm behind the lens probably shaking. And probably not filming it that good because I'm just like we're just half a mind.
We're just documenting and being concerned. I don't know, dude. Yeah. The mentality for me has changed a bit over the years. Like, I kind of used to have like a fuck it, do it. You know, like you got it. But now I'm way more like you don't have to do shit. I'll film it if you want, but I don't want to push you. But some people need to be pushed, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of the role you take on in filming sometimes. Yeah. You're like the counselor.
You have to say, do it, pussy. You know?
You're the spot therapist.
I guess it depends for each person, but
sure, like please don't try this. Like
honestly. Please, let's just pack it up, man. It's good. Because it doesn't seem as important as it used to be honest. Like the
filming. All right.
No, not filming, but just like the act of doing something crazy on the BMX bike. Like it felt like everything 10 years ago, 13 years ago, but now it doesn't feel as important. Like I have more context of life, you know, like there's so much more that we got to do than just
that's like thing. Personal for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's like industry wide doesn't hit as hard.
No, it's just me. I think it's a age thing. I think about being like 18 right now and just like seeing everything that's happening on the internet and just like being like, I want to go fucking do it.
Go jump down that thing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like totally. The kids who a couple of years ago were like sending El Toro for just the clout of Instagram, and it's just like I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm not about to be sending El Toro. I can guarantee that.
Fuck no. One thing that stood out that I liked of your tricks that I think is timeless is that you did over Luc-e 180 in for the sake of the video, and I was like, that's quite lovely.
I'm glad you know that one. I lost all these teeth for that.
Nuh-uh.
I did, yeah. I lost all 4 front teeth on that one.
Worth it?
No, the worst part is I pulled it and I didn't like the rollout, so I went back a day later and clipped the front peg and lost.
Wait, so the one in the video is the one that you didn't like the rollout?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was mega hyper perfectionist at that point. I was filming the video. I was trying to get the troops rallied. I was like, let's do this, you know?
Yeah.
And I just was trying to have like just textbook everything.
Fucking A.
I learned my lesson.
You, huh? Yeah. That's only got to happen once, and then from now on, you're like, all right, I'm taking it. Yeah. I knocked all my teeth out, and then I tore my ACL the same month. God damn, that's a terrible month.
That was a tough one, but you get it all out of the way, you know, one fell swoop.
Yeah. how was your kind of career? I know. What? Yeah, I mean, let's stick with George Boyd. I'm sorry, I'm kind of
Hey,
not on point. I feel
hey,
like
we're
right
good.
now, but
We're good.
V Club. We did a props trip. Then we started filming for Overexposed. You're getting sponsored at some point. Are you? What? Tell.
Yeah, it
What's
was
your
so V
story?
Club. V Club Overexposed was awesome because that one I started off pure filmer, um, filming, editing with the Maratska brothers, who are some awesome photographer and video brothers here in
Maratska.
DFW. And dude, I was filming it, and the video was like 75% done. And then Jeremy was like, "Hey George, why don't you get a part?" And I was like, not even sure I was on the team, but I was with the guys every day, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I gotta film a whole like a video part." It's like
Yeah.
overexposed. Literally everything I did was my first time to do whatever happened in that video, and I think that just started pushing me a little
Yeah.
bit. And then what happened after that? I wish I could bring out the history books, but after that, dude, just probably just trips back and forth to Austin. And when you're riding with Dylan and Randy on a regular basis, what seems possible seems like what they make things seem possible that
Yeah, they
shouldn't.
pushed
So,
the Overton window of just like,
so
oh, all that shit's possible.
yeah, so all of a sudden, yeah, that's who I was getting to hang out with and ride all the time. Those are my buddies, and so at some
They
point,
were really
my
pushing the game, huh? They like
yeah,
they were ahead of their
and
time.
they would like they do it with each other too. Like they were always like, "Well, can you 360 tail up out of that curved wall ride?" Like I think so. Um,
Yeah. Look at this
uh,
boy.
dude, young gun.
For real
I
though.
might be. I might. I'm barely able to drive there. We're getting it.
Let's see. Can you see it all still?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, see it.
Does
Where
it
is
look?
this on Vimeo? I guess it is. I didn't know this was
It,
still up on the
yeah,
internet.
it's like hosted on BMX
BMX
MDB or
MDB.
something. Yeah. So
Sick.
shout out
That's
BMX
such an
MDB.
awesome place. Seriously, those guys.
They've been coming
They're
in
doing.
clutch. Fucking Snakebite is doing the Lord's work. Shed up in
Oh,
Seattle. He has a bunch of like old videos on YouTube and just keeping the game alive. This spot,
dude. I
you have
mean,
all the clips here.
oh yeah, that's dude. That is like
I love it.
5 miles. This spot here. This is a real, just amazing spot. It's still there today.
Yep. There's that's there for
A
the
lot of
sake of the
these,
video.
honestly, these are all like all these spots are around my house or right around Randy's apartment.
Sick.
All these, everything here until we get to Austin. But yeah, no, man. So we did Overexposed, and then there was just I was always filming for Randy, and that honestly like led to all the opportunities I got. All the taste of industry, as you were asking, was all through filming
Through
Randy. Honestly,
filming Randy,
like
yeah.
Mutiny, met all those dudes filming Randy. Randy got on Mutiny. I was filming clips for Gaz and Joe, and then got lucky to end up on the other side of the camera.
Fuck yeah. That's an interesting topic. Is Gaz and Joe? That's a couple of names that I don't think you hear much about lately, at least. But
They
for
should
a while
they
there,
should
Gaz and Joe.
preach their names.
Yeah, for real. I mean, fucking a. I preached the shit out of them. But what was it? What was it like meeting them for the first time?
Oh man, well meeting Joe one, I used to watch Joe on VHS
And also,
like growing up. Yeah.
first, for people who don't know who Gaz and Joe are, explain who Gaz and Joe
Oh
are
man, yeah. Gaz and
for the
Joe.
peoples.
I assume we all know Mutiny, right?
Yeah, we can assume we know
The
what mutiny
Mutiny,
is.
amazing Austin-based company. Be it frame made amazing frames, still
Rest in
do.
peace, right?
No, I think there's still some background operations going on. If you can
Okay.
DM Gaz, follow Gaz on Instagram. There's still stuff going on.
All right.
But no, Gaz and Joe were the second owners of Mutiny. They bought it from from someone else who was running it. I should know their name. Sorry, I don't. And they took it from what it was, which was local Texas frames, and made it into what it became, which was I don't know. I always thought of Mutiny as just like high quality products, and then like just premium videos,
Yeah.
just awesome content, awesome branding. Like they really had some amazing just looks
Yeah. They
of
always had a
everything.
super clean aesthetic. And I can't
Yeah.
remember like what the first Mutiny videos were, but that era of Joe Simon doing the
It
Mutiny
was that
videos was
one spring day, I think was the first like Joe like really
just
flexing his muscles.
just fucking
Uh huh.
cinema, dude.
Oh yeah, Spring. It was like Spring '08 Mutiny Web Bid. Might have been the
Yeah,
name
that
of it.
sounds
And
right. Yeah.
that one was just beautiful. Still to this day.
So what was it like when you met them?
Well, again, it was always like kind of like
Yeah,
when you're
this is the
filming.
one.
Oh yeah, man. I mean that right there, those lights, and I can hear the music. I know I
Yep.
can't literally, but
And the practical effects of these
the
names
letters that
those
were
stood
they
out.
real? Yeah,
Yeah. Were they
it's,
not real?
they were real, but there's so
Yeah.
many people who don't who get stuck between two minds on that one.
Yeah. You fucked me up, dude. I was like, wait a second, is that just really well done
I've had
fucking
so many
graphics,
people
dude?
ask, so many people ask if they were
Yeah.
or were not real, but then it goes away with that Randy whip at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
no, meeting him, honestly, I can't even say I remember it. It was just, it was, again, like when you're always like, I was always filming, and so it was always easy to low pressure stakes when you're meeting those dudes.
Yeah.
And I was in Austin every other week for years. So I really felt like I was, you know, from hanging out with Walter all the time and Andy, Dylan, Ryan. Ryan was on Mutiny, Randy was on Mutiny. They were just buddies. And but yeah, I definitely was pumped to meet Joe because I was watching like Mutiny Subversion, and I think it was called American Nightmare, maybe. Old
OG.
VHS
Yeah.
OG Mutiny stuff. So it was always a treat to get to be buddies with Joe.
It's interesting to hear that perspective because I don't think that much about Mutiny and its backstory, but they have been around for a hot diggity damn long minute.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I used to go to. My mom used to drop me off at the skate park, and the dude who originally owned Mutiny would be at the skate park and like pass out stickers. It's like my
sick.
there's like an old drum set somewhere that's got this old Mutiny sticker on it. So I was literally like, looking at the stickers from when I was 12. Ended up writing for V2
Yeah,
Mutiny 2.0.
that's wild.
So yeah,
Full circle.
yeah, it was awesome.
Um, since we're on meeting people, I want to ask how you met Randy. Let's go back in time. How'd you meet
That's a
Randy?
good one,
Yeah.
dude. So Dallas BMX scene, pretty tight knit. It's real. It's always been such an awesome scene. Um, but everyone knew everyone, right? And there was a contest at this park called GPX, and no, there was no surprises. Like everyone knew who was going to be there. And then this dude with an afro and a real beat up bike showed up, and no one knew who it was. And our buddy Sterling Roberts, Sterling,
I might. Let's
Sterling,
see.
Flat Track Coffee in Austin on
No.
Sixth for Cesar Chavez. Um, Sterling Roberts lived near Randy and I think they might have been going to high school together. And Randy had just put together a bunch of old parts. Dude showed up to this contest. No one knew who he was. And I think he did like a kickflip to tire tap. And it was just like earth shattering for everyone at that point.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Who, like, no one knew his name. And I don't remember like what place he got, but like he certainly got like first, second, or third.
Hell
And
yeah. Where did he come
you get
from?
these a town called White Settlement, Texas, just outside of Fort Worth. But Randy's always downtown Fort Worth. That's the proper place to say. Downtown
Okay.
Fort Worth. Randy's born and raised there. And but yes, Sterling went to high school with him, and somehow they must have been friends. And he got a bike part or two to put something together. And obviously, Randy just had the natural talent. And so then after that, my mom was always looking for someone to take us to the skate park, so she'd give Randy, Sterling, and all my other buddies like $10 if they'd come pick me up and take me to the skate park, so she didn't have to.
Fuck yeah.
So Randy used to. I was like 14. Randy was 17 or whatever. My mom used to pay Randy $10 to come pick me up and take me to the skate park, so she didn't have to do it.
Hell yeah.
That's how I met Randy, and then
And then your friends.
went from there on basically without a beat for a long time.
What was he like at that point? Because like, how old are you talking?
Got a picture of Randy right here.
Hey, that's a good one.
It's a
Wait, let me
good
make you bigger.
Oh, come on, blow me
I
up.
think I can make you bigger. That's
Step it
me.
over the
There
couch.
we go. Yeah, boom.
It's classic. What was Randy like?
Whoa.
Dude, just
There we go.
goofy. There's a clip we saw there of him just looking around, just goofy. Didn't take anything seriously. Had all the talent in the world, but just like
Yeah, why was he so good? You know what I mean? Like, Was he just practicing alone
It's
at a
just
skate park in
everyone
that
always
small
said,
town?
I don't know. Like, it wasn't even too small of a town. I just think I don't know. I just came natural. I think if Randy wanted to play ping pong, he would have been the best ping pong player for a
Yeah,
while. If Randy wanted to draw, he'd have been known for drawing. Like whatever, he was just naturally talented and just like painfully creative. And like his creativity was like fueled by playfulness and just like
sick. Yeah.
messing around, like the sessions with Randy were like, you'd end up at a curb and it's like, well, can you bunny hop up the curb with like one hand, with your other hand's like holding your neck or something stupid,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then like that would lead to like, oh, well, that kind of was something. And then,
Yeah.
that's like sessions with Randy were just stupid, like literally just like stupid stuff. And then
But
it
it's
just
the
would like
most
open up a
fun.
skill set. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me. I'm thinking about how awesome it is to make a friend where you just have that one thing in common. Everything else could be totally fucking different, but you riding together, you're just best friends. It's the best. I miss those days. It was pure. This episode is brought to you by Unity Ride Shop. Unity Ride Shop is Phoenix's best BMX store. It's off 43rd Avenue in Bethany Home. It's rider owned. They put on local events. They sponsor a bunch of riders locally, and they're doing the type of stuff that a BMX scene needs. Yeah, they're filling a lot of holes that we didn't know we had in Phoenix. So it's pretty dope. They just had a jam in Chandler not too long ago. Helped me out with putting my bike together, and it's a fun time hanging out in that shop. I filmed some there, so I'll put some B-roll shots over this. But yeah, I like Unity Ride Shop, and you should too. So next time you're in need of some BMX stuff and you're in Phoenix, go to Unity Ride Shop. 43rd Avenue in Bethany Home. Back to the show. I love Burn Slow, and you will too once you go to burnslow.co and buy some stuff. They've been supporting the show for a while now, and I'm super grateful, and I legit wear Burn Slow shirts 5 days a week. Burn Slow is a rider-owned media and clothing company. They support some of the dopest riders in the game, specifically Casey Starling. He's amazing. Fuck, dude, what do you say about Burn Slow that I haven't said? You know what I'm saying? Get this shirt. It's fucking sick. Get the fruit shirt. I love the fruit shirt. I just learned from Brett Silva that they partnered up with a local nonprofit to give food away and made that fruit shirt. I didn't know why the fruit shirt was made, but it's so dope. So I wore that for weeks without knowing what it was, the story behind it, and there's an amazing story behind it. So I don't know. Burnslow is dope, and you should go to burnslow.co and support them since they support this show. Okay, goodbye. What do you have to say, Trip? You like Burnslow? Yeah, Dad, I fucking love it. That's cool. All right, have a good day, guys. Have a good day. What the fuck? This episode is brought to you by Dance Comp. Dance Comp is the world's largest BMX mail order, and you should order your stuff there. I was checking it out, looking at this Colt chain. It's a pretty nice chain for half the price of some other chains. No shade. I wonder what the difference is. $60, $30. I digress. Dance Comp is where you should buy your next parts that you need, and you should use promo code Kanode to get 15% off. Thank you, Dance Comp. Look at this shirt, dude. Get the hell out of here. All right, back to the show.
I know. Yeah. Just the glory days. Everyone's got that BMX. I mean, I had tons of close BMX buddies, but Randy was there through so many of those chapters,
Yeah, that's beautiful. How old were you when you first met him? Did you say this already?
I bet I wasn't driving, so I'm going to say 13 or 14.
Nice. Yeah, that's
So,
prime BFF time.
right. Yeah. And Randy was 4 or 5 years older than me.
No shit.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So he would have been 39 right now? I wonder
God, that seems too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah.
I bet
should
he
know
would be
my dad,
killing
but-
it in whatever he fucking did. I was just
Dude,
thinking, like, what would he end up
100%.
doing? He's,
I always wondered that. Always.
Yeah.
It was always something. I was like, what's Randy going to do?
was he into other stuff besides BMX?
He was into
Over the course of
drawing,
the
he was into
years?
art, just in general, like art. Loved art. I
Nice.
remember there was an art magazine. It was Juxtaposition, I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
And dude, we just always walking around with that. He could draw really well. I mean, I think he would have ended up in some sort of creative endeavor, without a doubt.
For sure. He'd be right there with you, like creating a fucking marketing agency or something.
Nah, he would have kept it way more chill.
Yeah. He's do it for
Much,
the spirit of it.
but yeah, man, it was awesome. And Randy just, like I said, always messing around. Like I said, that picture I just showed, someone threw away a chair. It's got a pallet up against the chair, and that's what we're sessioning. So
That's what's up.
that's it.
What's a memory of Randy that sticks out when you think of those days, the early days?
Oh man, I wish I could do my homework on this one. Let's see. You might need to give me like 5 seconds here, Bobby. I'm gonna dive into the chambers.
Go dive.
Um, what we got? I know one fun one is what we were doing. So one of our friends had just got a job at this skate park, Funky Town, and we all were coming back to my house to crash, and I think we were swimming in the pool, and someone was like, "Man, like what? What if we just went? It was like 2 in the morning. Like, what if we just went to Funky Town? Like Justin has the keys. If we could just go to the skate park right now." We went to the skate park at 2 in the morning, rode hours and hours all night long, all morning long. Came out of the skate park. It was like 6 or 7 a.m. And like, well, what if we just started riding street? And we're like, all right, well, let's go ride some street. It's like on a whatever morning it was, and I don't know how far we made it, but eventually we finally hit the wall. But it was,
Hell yeah.
one of those nights.
That's a great
Awesome.
memory. I can't say I've ever pulled an all-nighter riding. I think I have, but it was filming for a nighttime video. Anyway, that's fucking
Hey,
rad.
you did it. You did
I
it.
remember the thrill of like doing the places would do lock-ins for like kids
Oh yeah.
parties, and you have
Mm-hmm.
to spend the night there and shit. I forget what it was, but I remember hating it at like 4 in the morning. I was like, what the?
What a
What's going on?
terrible idea.
Yeah.
8-hour session.
Yeah. Fucking okay. Cool. That's a very cool memory.
Yeah.
Good wholesome memory of Randy. I think we can come back to Randy, but let's stay on
Yeah.
Boyd's journey.
Yeah, the trajectory. Yeah.
Overexposed. Then we're on
Dude, overexposed.
Yeah.
And then after that, Mutiny. Then it's like the Mutiny era kind of picks up.
Yep.
And yeah, it was another web video, a Mutiny web video. That what it is dropping me. But so Mutiny trips, that's what really picked up. And then we did El Paso, amazing video. Walter was filming so many of these awesome videos at this point. There was a sweet El Paso trip. We did a Chicago. So many trips for Let's Get Mystical. Those were some like real deal glory days.
Yeah.
Just like that's when the Mutiny team was just best buds. Every single person there was just easy hanging. Everyone was absolutely shredding, pushing one person, pushing the next person, calling things out for one person to do, when you're on these trips.
And that video wasn't done in riders sections. It was like
locations. Yeah, it was locations. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very kind of story based. We went on a bunch of trips. I think we went on like 4 trips for that video. And then there was like, everyone was making their trips in and out of Dallas or Austin.
Yeah.
And
this is just reminding me of I remember this, like, it doesn't feel like that long ago, but it's definitely over 10 years ago at this point.
I'm a biased person when I say this, but I swear it's one of the greatest BMX videos.
I'm with you. I remember being more of like I wanted it to be more like a skate video and more like traditional fisheye long lens. And I was pretty stuck in like, there should be parts, this is bullshit. I hate this video.
I know.
I remember
weird.
hating on this video.
Weird. I remember watching the premiere at Joe's house and being like, "Whoa, this is
weird." Yeah, it's different and it's cool, and I think it's only gotten more appreciated over time. Now that
I'll say what it did for me, and this is selfish. My perspective is it's like the story in it. Like when I watch this, I can just, because it's trip oriented, it just feels like such a a story, if you will.
It's a video scrapbook of your life.
Joe was telling stories here instead of making parts.
Yeah, that's great.
Not that it's any better than the other, just a very different approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe would say the same thing. There's a time and a place for both.
Yeah.
I like Joe. Cool dude.
That's
me. But this guy right here, Josh Bedford, is easily maybe one of the most influential people in my life, because his voices part I saw, and I was like, I was just learning how to bunny hop, and then I saw his voices part, and he's on that red bike, and he does a fly out 180. First trick, and I sweated it so hard, and I was like, I gotta learn how to 180, and I went and learned how to 180 on my mountain bike. Dude, I want to know, what is Josh Bedford like? because he's he's
Dude,
one of the few where it's just like, oh my god, that's Josh Bedford too. Like I sweat Josh
I
Bedford.
wish I admitted I know Josh. We got to go on just one trip where I got to hang out with Josh. So Josh, dude, just tall guy,
Tall as
and
shit.
just a funny, strong personality, just tough, good
And just
dude who
picturing like
shreds and goes
a witty
really
UK guy.
fast. A, a, a witty UK guy who can just say fuck it.
That's what's up. We need
Uh,
more of them. Tall guys who
dude,
just send it.
there's one.
There's a
Brandon.
legend.
He's tall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brandon Harris. Fucking A.
he's in control.
What a stacked squad Mutiny had, dude.
Mm. Talking about sending it, Justin Simpson. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
Dude, you
sender.
can the whole city of Vancouver felt him land here. Just oh
It just decided to chop. Oof, yeah. Hey, there's you.
oh shoot!
What a trip.
Mm.
Um,
Good old lucky ride. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here we
I
go.
love a Lucky, dude.
Man, that's such
We
a
love a
fun
good
trip.
Lucky. Yeah, and
Do
it
those still
doesn't
hang
feel
out
that
today?
difficult. Yeah, Luckies are still good.
Good.
They fucking. I hope they never go out of style. Like there was that time, there was that period of a couple of years where Nathan and Corey were really pushing Luckies.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that time's kind of over. It's not as popping. And now everything's so fucking good that you like have to do bar to Lucky or fucking Lucky to 3. Like Lucky to 3 is just as almost as common as a Lucky to fucking 180 used to be. But
Dude.
dude, I like the good classic Lucky 180. Like that's.
Yeah, it's a fun trick.
I remember
I
learning it and I
had
was like, this is cool because it's not that much harder than a double peg. It's just a little bit different,
no.
you know?
It's just like a double peg that's got some fun in it. You
Yeah,
know, not that a double peg's
exactly.
not fun, but it's got some looseness.
And
It's like
it's
a
like,
whammy bar for a grind.
yeah, and it feels you can like actually, because like double peg, you just do a double peg, but a Lucky, you could do a steep one or a little bitch ass
Oh,
one.
you can
Are
make
you,
it what you want it.
dude? You actually, I probably already know the answer. I showed somebody, but I have a clip where I do. It's on a fast ledge, and I
Yeah.
tried Smith Lucky 180 at the end of a line, and the Lucky. I like stopped it after when I did it. It took me a while, and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll take it. The peg is still above the ledge, dude. I'm like, oh
Oh,
no,
you
yeah.
know, but it's not what it
We're not
felt
gonna
like. It's
take
not what it
that, dude.
felt like.
It felt
You
so
know what?
sick, but that wasn't it. There's
I'm sure
rules,
you
man.
leaned back. You know, it's for the person in it.
What's the best Lucky trick you ever did?
Dude, it's funny you say that. I don't think the best lucky trick I ever did was a lucky down a double kinker. A one-handed lucky. Um,
Sick.
and I don't think it ever really got into the world. It was on an Albion interview, and that Albion edition didn't get distributed to the US.
Which hand do you take off?
I took off my the same side as my pegs. Um,
That's weird. So I would take
let me
off
see
my
if
right. You took off your left. That's wild.
it's fun. It's a real like rodeo feeling feeling thing. I don't know. Let's see. It was issue 10. Let's see if they got it. I was always really bummed because I was like really thought it was something. But that particular I don't know if it just didn't register with people
I think
or
I
if
see
it's
it. Is
because
this might work? Is this it?
there you go. There you go. Issue 10, Skirbo interview.
We're looking for George Boyd, dude. Also, shout out to the Albion. What's the?
Man, what a
Do you know about that?
beautiful. Yeah.
What is
Wait, do I know about say
like?
that
Tell
again?
me,
I
tell
might
me,
be saying
because
yes to
I
something.
know of the Albion, but I don't know like who runs it or what the deal is.
It was George Marshall.
George
Um,
Marshall, I know that name.
yeah, now George Marshall is like killing it in cycling photography with Rafa, if I'm not
Sick.
mistaken.
Good for him.
I'm over here searching this thing 2 times. I swear I'm not in it.
You're doing the same thing as I am. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there we
How's it
go.
go?
Yeah, there's some
That's a
cool stuff.
sick
There's a
one, dude. Where
couple
is
things
that?
in here. That's in London.
Nice.
There's some really. I was so pumped
Did
up
you
on how this whole
fast
thing
plant
turned
off
out.
the slide? You
No,
hop up
at the
the
side of the
side?
slide. Other side of the slide. But there was just
Nice.
some stuff that I was really pumped on this whole thing.
Yeah, dude. This
Everything,
is
every trick in
prime.
here.
Oh
There we
shit.
go.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, that one, I was so pumped on that. It took me, Lord knows how many tries. I think I had to just go to bed after that one.
Wow. I've never seen that. I've never seen that trick. Have you seen other people do it?
I never did. No, I never did. Um,
Where's the clip? Clip or it didn't happen, bro.
there's no clip. It was this was at the end of a mutiny trip, and I had a family trip and not I was meeting my sister in Paris, but I had like a 10-day layover, so I was staying at George Marshall's house, and we did this interview over the mutiny trip that bled into this 10-day thing, but uh, um, there was no filming at this point. I didn't travel with my camera, and it was filmed by Rich Foreign, the trip. So it was me and the still camera. That was it. It was pre-iPhone, you know?
Wild.
Not pre-iPhone, but I'm getting a clip on the iPhone.
Yeah.
Just pumped on that too.
Well, that's
I got
fucking sick. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a one-handed can or no-footed. One-handed no-footed can. That's too many words.
Out of the old up rail. I know, it's syllables.
That's too many syllables. Well, we can't just brush over Rich Foreign. You've hung out with Rich Foreign?
I got to hang out with Rich Foreign.
He's another dude where I'm like, holy fuck, that's Rich Foreign, dude.
It was so fun. Rich filmed, I can't remember the first thing that Rich filmed at the Mutiny, but really chill dude. Really fun.
So
easy.
savage on the bike.
Dude.
Like,
just terrifying, the stuff. I remember that first video. I don't remember what it was for. It was a dig or something, that curved wall ride.
Yeah.
It was like over one of the lights.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that was a dig piece. Then he had a Sabrosa piece that both, it's just like every single thing is just top speed, fucking bike control. And you wouldn't, I'm pretty sure, like, I remember I discovered Rich Foreign because of his filming and editing. And then later on somehow stumbled across his video part, and I'm like, what the fuck? You can't be this good at everything, dude. That ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
You don't expect it. Like, I feel like his personality didn't match the way he rode. You're like, whoa, like, you are dangerous.
So you're in London when you met? Well, like, when you did that interview, did they flew you out to London for
Gaz? I was a lone American on that trip. Yeah. So, Gaz.
What was that trip?
That was a Mutiny London trip. He had a great video that Rich filmed and edited. Awesome video.
Nice.
It was Gaz. Gaz took me and showed me his homeland, and we stayed at George Marshall's. Killer photographer, Albion. He was one of the two behind that. I don't want to say one of the two, but he was one of the main guys at the Albion. And it was me, Matt Rowe, Robbo, Bedford. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. During the Olympics too, like the Olympics were going on, and that one night we were out having a real bender of a night, and George Marshall ended up with tickets, and we went to the Olympics the next morning at 6 a.m.
How did he end up with tickets?
I don't know. It was not from anything going on at where we were, but someone he knew ended up with tickets, and he was like, dude, what do you think about going to the? We went and saw India versus Pakistan field hockey.
Fuck yeah.
2012 Olympics, baby.
That's amazing.
And I think it was literally at like 7 or 8 a.m. After
wild.
Like we found out we had tickets at like 3 or 4.
All right, fuck it. You guys want to go? Do you just keep the party
You don't
going?
say no to the Olympics, you know? You just don't say no to that.
When you're on an overseas trip and the opportunity to go to fuck sleep, just do the things.
That's the truth.
Yeah, you can 360 over stuff pretty darn good. The thing that stuck out to me For the Sake of the Video, because I just watched that, is the Green Monster. Freeing over the Green Monster is pretty wild, dude.
Oh, man. Love that rail.
Serious.
I used to live I could dang near see it from my window for like 3 years. So.
Wait, shouldn't there only be one orange bike guy on a trip?
I know, you'd think so, you know. Call Gaz.
Coach, there's fucking rules here, man. When did you become a helmet guy?
Oh, dude. It was shortly after Mike Aiken, not too long after Aiken. And nice. I went to the skate park. I remember being like a little like self-conscious about not having a helmet. And I sectioned without the helmet. Yeah. I was like, oh man, I don't know. And I did half a session with the helmet, and then I went and was like, what? I'm going to put a helmet on. Like something must have just happened to someone with their head in the bigger world of BMX.
Yeah.
I feel like it was Aiken. And I was like, dude, I'm just going to put a helmet on. And I went for a backwards grind, went over the rail, fell backwards, hit my head as hard as I ever hit it, and I put a helmet on like 8 minutes before that, and I was like, what on earth? Like I should have been so hurt tonight, but
Yeah.
I for some reason just had this weird bug in my head. I should put a helmet on.
And then
And
it's on ever
after I hit
since.
my head that night, I was like, fuck, like I'm putting my helmet on next session. And then that
Nice.
just rolled.
Yeah. Good for you. I think it's like,
Yeah.
I remember, so I was dating a girl a year and a half ago, and she
Yeah.
had some trauma with like she had some serious shit where it was like me not wearing a helmet, like really triggered her. So, and then
Yeah.
so she brought it up and I started arguing. No, fuck a helmet. I don't want to. And then she's like, why wouldn't you? And then I couldn't, and then I realized like
Ah,
logically, there's
well, it's
literally no
cool,
reason why I
man.
shouldn't. Yeah. It's literally like the
Yeah,
feeling or just the look, which is stupid. It doesn't outweigh the risk.
dude.
So I always
It's,
respect helmet riders, and I'll throw mine on every once in a while now. But
I remember the first trip I did where I was like, fuck it, I'm a helmet guy this trip. It was Gary Young was there too. And so that
that's homie,
when we got
helmet,
Gary
homie,
Young
Garrett.
wearing
Yeah,
the helmet, I'm like, dude, yeah, I'm with this. I'm on
yeah,
that train.
exactly. I was
So
looking at
that
that.
was
You
the
guys
dude.
did a Odyssey trip with Gary, and just thinking about all the generations of BMX that Gary's gotten to see, because he's
Oh my
still in it,
gosh.
dude, and he's still fucking
Dude, he's
killer.
still
It's amazing.
killing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got to do 2 trips that Gary was on, and that was just real like feeling like, man, I'm doing something
fuck yeah,
when
yeah.
you're with in the van with Gary.
Big time. It's crazy how that is. I don't know what it is. Well, it's obviously because it's Gary. But like I've been on sessions with him here in Phoenix, and while you're there, it's just like, oh my god, I'm so fucking cool. I'm next to Gary Young
Yeah,
right now. This is
yeah,
so
yeah.
sick, dude.
And meanwhile he's just such a dude. He's just so easy to be around.
Yeah, super humble, super nice, super sweet guy. Um, who's been your favorite? So like who did you get to meet that you were like, holy shit, that's
There
them?
or
Who did you sweat the
one
most?
the Chris Doyle was my favorite forever. I had a folder with Chris Doyle and like through all of grade school. Had a no foot can on like I'm pretty sure it was like a yellow DK bike. It was a DC ad, and it was
Hell
just
yeah,
on my folder. And for all whatever math, science, you name it. So it was
beautiful.
Doyle for sure. And Randy and I used to have this spot list for like Fort Worth, and I was type A, to just like keep up with every new spot we found, where it was, like what type of spot it was,
Nice.
and
That
every
explains why
now
you're a
and
good
then,
editor. Type
every now
A.
every now
Sorry.
and then, someone would come to town and be like, "Oh, dude, like we get to show this dude around," and the one we were most pumped on was Kaczynski.
Fuck
Brian
yeah.
came to town, and I don't think he even knows it to this day, but I had spots on spots on spots that I was ready to take him to. We go to warm up at a school by my house. He grinded a 3-stair handrail and tore his ACL.
No. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, the second he wrecked, he was like, "Oh, I tore my ACL. Oh, I tore my ACL."
Oh
They
man.
went straight to the hospital, and
That's
that
the
was
end of
the end
that
of that
trip.
trip.
Damn.
Yeah. And so, but no,
I,
Doyle, Kaczynski, those were 2 dudes who, and there was one time a fit trip came through when I was living in Denton, and Van Homan was on the trip. But those dudes were just like so taxed at that point. And it might have been raining that night, so there was no riding there. But
you still got to see him.
I think I went to a barbecue restaurant, and they just passed through town after that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you don't need
but
to see
yeah,
Van Homan, right? You just need to be around Van Homan to feel
you
Van
know
Homan,
what?
and
I
then
don't
you
know if he
fucking
knows me, but I ate some barbecue, and it meant the world to me. So
fuck yeah. Let's go. It's
and
amazing
then
the dynamic of like heroes being because they're all just people, you know? It's
oh
fucking
yeah, and when you
such a
figure that
trip.
out when you're not 14, you're like, whoa, no. And I get
Yeah.
along with this guy too. Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's pretty
Uh,
sick.
we had the X Trials. Remember the X Trials?
No. What are the X trials?
They were like tryouts, tryout tournament for the X Games.
Okay.
But they were basically X Games light. But they had an X Trials here in town, and every name you could ever list off from like the early 2000s was there. And I got some little job where I was able to be like in concessions for that, and I got every autograph
Hell
you
yeah.
ever could have gotten. But no, one other one.
Which autograph sticks out?
Dave Mira, dude. Dave
Fuck,
Mira,
you got
Ryan
Dave Mears?
Nyquist.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's sick.
Who else did I get on that shirt? God, there's some amazing. Robin Morales, I got.
Legend.
Chad Kagi. You know that one?
Yeah, that's whew, those are the big
Alan
dogs.
Cook,
Big
Brian
dogs.
Wismerski was that one?
Fuck yes.
And then Rob Nolly was there too.
Wow.
So
That's
I got
fucking. What
a
is this?
Fox
Is this a
shirt that's
dream
framed.
world, dude? This is BMX dream
Yeah,
world. That's
I've got
crazy.
a Fox shirt that's got all the signatures on it. That's should be on my wall over here, but it's just not today.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, and then another fun one was I got to go on a trip with Nathan Williams with Walter. Walter took the two of us on a trip one time, and that was awesome.
Fuck yeah. What was it like riding
Yeah.
with Nathan Williams?
Sure, just makes things look easy. It was a really fun trip. It was ended up being all my clips ended up being in Let's Get Mystical.
Nice. Yeah. It does seem like Nathan's just a very chill. Have you been watching these games of bike that
I need to be
they've been putting out? They're fucking
no.
top notch. It's so sick.
Yeah.
Watch Nathan Williams versus DeMarcus Paul, and just the casualness that they both are doing shit is fucking. There's levels to the game, and there's like once you get to like a high enough level, then you realize how crazy it is to be on that level up there. You know.
And then every
that's where
now and
those
then you
boys
touch
are.
the Garrett Reynolds stratosphere. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you get to touch the ballpark that Garrett's in, but he's fucking. And he just put out his game of bike too with Kevin Peraza, which is a fun watch.
Wow, cool.
Same
man.
shit, just like a casual switch crook, switch bar. Garrett's just, yeah, I guess I'll just go over there and do a switch crook to switch bar. I'm just like,
Dude.
all right, cool, dude.
Awesome. Just pros,
Yeah, it was
man.
great.
Real pros.
Big time pros. Shit, where do we go from here, George? What about, when do you think was your like peak in BMX? And what was your exit from BMX too?
Well, peak was peak skill was Let's Get Mystical. That's when I was like all my clips in there. I was an invincible human. I was like,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it faster, do it higher. It just like felt so good, and I just knew like what Joe was making was gonna be like timeless and
Yeah.
like epic. So I was like I remember, you know, days or nights just being like, I've got to find a way to do something so badass next time we film, because it's like Joe's making something cool, and he'd always tell us like, I feel really good about this video, and he'd send us little, you know, pump you up emails, and it's like, man, like, and
Hell
so
yeah.
that's when I was pushing myself, just like what's possible.
That's beautiful.
What can I get away with? Were those years, and then as we saw with my well, we didn't see, but the Over Lucky 180, that's when my teeth fell out of my face, and then tore my ACL on a real chill session shortly after that. And then that's when I was like, damn, like maybe I'm not gonna ride BMX forever. But still after that, like I've got like 5 years worth of clips with this fucking robotic knee brace on.
Yeah.
Still like, I think riding skill still kept climbing like pretty well after the ACL. It just wasn't the same mental.
Yeah, which is like a huge percentage of it, the mental.
Yeah, the mental. So like then it was like very much more calculated. Like I feel like I didn't get a pedal bite after I tore my ACL. I was like, all right, can I get away with this? I think I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't the like, well, let's figure it out type of stuff.
Yeah.
Mature, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Just like less willing to get hurt because you've been actually hurt. Like the ACL is got to be the worst fucking thing to go through. That's like 9 months guaranteed.
It hurts really bad. You're like taking pain pills for 3.5 months. It's just awful. Dangerous stuff. And that led me into like, you know, getting the seed of like, oh man, like maybe this isn't going to go on forever.
Right.
And I feel like I had like a chance right before I tore my ACL where I was like Aaron and I were about to do this. Aaron Ross and I were about to do something that was there was this show on, I think it was on Fuel TV, where they'd build ramps.
Yeah.
And they'd like build ramps for a skater or a rider in like a certain
Bro,
weird
what was that
place.
called? It was like Wreck-It or
I don't know. It was so cool. And Aaron and I were like, there was like rumors, talks that we were going to do one in a prison somewhere.
That sounds cool.
I was like, that was the point where it's like, man, like you really felt like, you know, I was on Odyssey, just riding with such cool, awesome, incredible people, and really felt like things were about to
Yeah, like this could be my
go.
life, my career.
Yeah, and then I did the teeth followed by ACL combo,
You
and
had a bad
I was
month,
like,
dude.
oh, maybe it's not my life. Uh,
What were you doing at this time, like during peak BMX years? Are you working or
no, I was honestly I was making my money filming
nice?
BMX stuff for a number of people, or or even the old ESPN Action blog.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, blog or just videos selling videos to
I
them?
would I would do a little interview type up like actually like type interview and then
Okay,
like a
nice.
video part.
Yeah,
Um,
sick. If
and
if you if like talking to somebody who's like in BMX heavy right now and wants to make money with video, how do they do it? I don't think you can the same way that we used to.
yeah, it's a different strategy. Like today, I just say like just be super intentional with your edits. Don't do anything just because. Like do it for a reason. Be able to say why you did it and focus on making on like advertising. Like don't go into narrative filmmaking. Don't go into telling short films because if you want to make money,
Yeah.
make ads, figure out how to like get in, like follow a brand's look. How do you make it feel like a brand? How do you make it act like a brand?
Yep.
Execute it and just be able to back up what you're doing. Nothing willy nilly.
That is where the money is. But what about, are you talking like ads for a BMX company? Like I'm thinking about
Oh, are we talking
our
BMX?
younger selves. Like
Oh,
I used to
shoot.
sell videos to ESPN or Crooked World or um,
Crooked
Vital,
World. Good.
and
Yes,
fucking
Idol. Yes.
occasionally Sabrosa and Shadow would pay me for a video. I forget. I think that's about all
Hmm.
the sources of
No,
income,
I
but it's
went
like a
into
couple
like
hundred
video
bucks here and
editing
there.
for like paying the bills, not for we're going strictly BMX. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for now, I do want to talk
I
to you
mean,
about video editing
I
for
gotta
paying the
admit,
bills too.
like I was a very fortunate person being buddies with Dylan, Brian, and Randy. Um, I'd say live near Austin, Texas.
Why? Did you say you live near Austin, Texas? I mean, Austin is popping. I was just there. I was just with the new boys
Uh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
the
mean that. But if I was trying to if I was going to get back in, I don't know. You got to be buddy enough with people to who are got writing good enough to
in it, yeah,
be seen, right?
for real.
Be friend. Just so what's it come down to? Being a good person who's easy to be around, who's not trying too hard, but making good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting to think about because I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of like I don't know, fucking
How did you
because
get
like
into it?
just luck with how did I get into selling videos for money with
Yeah.
BMX?
Like how did you go from like filming for fun to
Yeah,
filming for
it was
dollars?
filming for fun until I think I made it like a skate park series on a YouTube channel or my Vimeo. I built up a little bit and then those got seen a lot
Yeah.
and then it was industry people. What is the first video I ever sold? I want to say it was like a web video to ESPN or Vital.
Yeah.
It's
Do you
tough to
remember what it was?
remember. I should
Was it like
remember
a
what.
web video of like someone's part?
Yeah, I know I did a Drew Hasselton low tech video
Dude,
part.
Drew. Yeah.
Drew's the sickest of all
I got
time.
to stay with Drew on a V Club trip. We
Hell
stayed
yeah.
with Drew. He showed us around. He was our spot guide.
Bro, maybe I met you then. Because
I forget
I
his
lived
roommate
with
at the
Drew for a
time.
little bit.
So we were at a house in I feel like it was in
Tempe.
Phoenix proper or Tempe? Yeah, I feel like it was in
Yeah.
Tempe. We were on a trip and we it was Walter, Andy, Randy, Dylan, Ryan, and Jeremy.
Is this the
Stay with
same trip
Drew.
where you did the ditch to the
It
rail
is.
that goes out that you did
Yeah,
backwards
yeah, yeah.
berries?
That
It's a crazy
yeah.
clip.
That's another one I tried to redo that I got hammered on.
No, you tried to be. Oh, man.
A common theme if you talk to me long enough.
Yeah. That's the
I think I
curse that
always tried to
so many
lead by
people go through,
example.
dude. Yeah. No, I want it to be fucking perfect.
Yeah, especially
I'm
when you're like
pretty sure it's in
editing,
here.
filming, and writing in it. I was like, I wanted to,
Is it not in here? Yeah, because this is AZ
it's
right
in
here.
here. Yeah, it's around here. This is man. I just there's so many things in here I love.
I'm gonna find it.
I think it's
Yeah,
towards the. There you go.
there's what we're talking about. There's this
Yeah,
overlucky
that's where.
180.
And then you see right before it. There's a clip in the daytime.
Wow, you wanted
Um,
to redo that rollout? It was good.
at that point today, why I couldn't tell you. It could have been that it was at night and I didn't like the way it looked too. Like
Could
it was
be.
something that was very right smack in the middle. You'll find it. Go like 206 or something. Yeah, play here. I think it might be the next one. Oh no.
Schmeck. Right. Oh, that looked like it. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
So this is a very famous Arizona spot. I'm not sure if it's still going. Okay, that one I understand if you wanted to clean it up, but
yeah,
still, that's a
wanted
crazy
to clean
trick.
that up.
Yeah.
It was an amazing setup.
That's a really cool trick to do on that spot. I would literally not in a million years think to do that. That's tough.
It was hard. It was a little funky. It was almost had a little Neil Harrington vibes with the old like over backwards.
Yeah.
180.
God, what a dude that's way ahead of his time, Neil Harrington.
Seriously.
Fucking where were we? Drew making videos.
Making videos, how people would do it. How do you get into it today?
I think it's different today. I think
I think so too.
I think brands probably still pay a couple $100 for a good rider section, which is like way too much work. I would actually, if I wanted to get back into it, I would propose to a company that, you have to live by the riders. Like if you live near somebody that's on,
you gotta be by the creator.
Shadow or Sabrosa, for example. Yeah, I could say, okay, I'm here with Matt Ray, and we got this other dude. I'll film a game of bike every month for the YouTube channel or whatever for $200.
Think of a concept or something like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm the guy that does the whatever videos.
Yeah.
And yeah, you probably have to create something that's, I don't know, and being active online too, right? Like if you're active, talk a lot, not too much, and you're not.
I don't know. There's something to being like it, just showing up in the comment section with something nice. I find myself doing it without thinking about it, but I'm constantly like, "Oh, that was great. That was good." You know, just little fucking.
What's the old quote? The best ability is availability.
Nice.
I don't know. Consistency.
I've never heard that quote, but I like that. Yeah. Availability. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting question to try and coach a kid.
Today is so different.
I would encourage them to make money outside of BMX and just do BMX for fun.
That's what I would say, man. Keep the passion. That's what I would say.
Like you've been through this where you take your passion and turn it into making a living. I remember it being a big learning curve of like being paid to make a video and having to take the feedback from Ryan Scher and Ronnie Bonner of like, nah, we got to do it this way or that way. And I'm like, fuck, this is my shit. Just let me do it.
This is what it's supposed to be.
I had to like fucking kind of lose my ego on the work stuff, which was a good lesson to learn. It paid off a lot. But
that's a powerful journey in any video maker's like path. It's like when you realize it's not your creation. Like if you're making it for someone else, it's
exactly
not yours.
What was your first outside of BMX gig
for
video editing? So like we talked before we were rolling, I want to catch people up. George is a full-time video editor. Has only been freelance for however long, and like a decade. More than a decade, 13 years, and has made some good money, lived in LA for a bit, and just only edited. And I was like, dude, do you have a camera? And you were like, nah, I ain't got it. I sold it. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's so crazy. So what was it? What was your first taste of it?
Dude, I was visiting my sister who was going to school in Los Angeles, and I applied for a Craigslist ad, got a Craigslist ad, and that ad was a dude who had an editing computer in his guest bedroom. He was making a sizzle of Disney parks B-roll footage, and it was to some Route 66 song, and he had like some gaps in it. The dude was busy. He was like, "Can you fill in these gaps in this sizzle?" I think it was probably like a whopping like 30 or 40 seconds that I had to find, like, match his story, get into it, do my thing, and then fold back into where he left off while he was busy doing whatever he had to do.
That's almost harder than doing it from scratch to finish somebody else's vision. That's a good challenge.
And that was my first taste. It was like trying to finish someone else's work. It was his baby. He was out of town. He was doing something, and I just was literally in his guest bedroom, like, oh shit, like, what footage do we have here? And it was just a bunch of kids smiling on roller coasters in slow motion, and figured it out. And then that one day job turned into a 9-year career, basically.
Was it like tryouts that one day? I'm curious about like what you were paid for that one day of
that day. I remember thinking I really bargained myself a good deal. I think I got a 160 day rate.
Not bad
I was on vacation. I was like literally on vacation visiting my sister. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
cool.
Yeah,
What would
turn
you
that
say if somebody was like, hire you for a full day for $160?
today.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hear them.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that? What'd you just say? Could you say it slower?
That's right. But hey, you know what? That doesn't mean anyone should say no to it. You know,
No,
like
fuck yeah.
time
Especially
and a
if you're just
place
getting
for
started,
sure.
dude. You'd be
Yeah,
like, what? You're going to pay me to edit? I love editing.
it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. But
Uh,
yeah, that was the first taste. That was the first taste. It really was like. But BMX did so much. You know, making videos, people leaving comments, sometimes talking trash in your editing. You're like, man, like, did I really like do that many like weird crossfades? I guess I did. Yeah.
uh, what do you what sticks out when you say, did you do crossfades a bunch and that you got shit on? What video that you made got the most hate?
A video that I made, you know, I did a V Club video that I was just getting a little too artsy on everything.
What's it called? Let me pull it
It
up.
was it was a V Club web video. I think it literally was just V Club web video. Um, Not the one that we opened up on. That's the that's like the square one.
Yeah.
But it was right whenever 16:9 digital cameras were like being a thing. It was just V Club web video. Probably 2009. Let me see if I can give you a hand over here.
Is it this one?
Video two part. Yeah, it was in two. Is it two parts? Yeah, this one. I just did. There's some really good stuff in here, but I was really feeling myself as like a, you know, like
you were
artistic filmer, and I think I turned the dial a little too far, but it was all part of the journey. Like, it's okay.
100%, dude. I was giving Mastroni shit too for his old artsy fartsy videos, but it really does. It is a journey. You have to suck at it in order to get better at it. So
That's right. You got to run down those alleys and be like, oh shit, this is a dead end. And you're like, all right, let's get back to the main street.
Yep.
Figure this thing out.
Turn around.
That was a sweet crash right there.
I remember watching this and not thinking twice about maybe there's some dolly shots.
Yeah, this is like, and that's not even like dolly. This is like skateboard dolly. Everything here, we were trying to like really push it with,
the production value.
Camera. Yeah, really trying to. I mean, there's some clips here where we're driving and like we would follow lines with my pickup truck all the time, like a truck following someone, and like whoever was filming would be standing in the back of the pickup truck.
I like that.
That
seems like a viable strategy still. I'm thinking I could do something with that.
Yeah, it is, honestly. You don't even need a truck. You just need a window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've filmed the ground a lot at the end of clips on this one.
That's a phase every filmer has to go through. Just
You're pointing
I filmed the ground.
Don't point the camera at the ground. Yeah.
I remember there being like a learning curve of like, okay, what do I do now that the trick's over? Like that is kind of just awkwardly follow him and then turn the other way. What do you do as the filmer? You know,
I think this is a big, huge swoosh right here. Maybe whoa.
Yeah, that was a lot.
What do you do? I don't know. I think now it's like stop at the spot, like look at the spot.
Yeah, I like to let the rider go out of frame, like on this. I remember these. This is like really fucking nostalgic for me to watch these because I remember.
Yeah, I love that.
Switch.
That was back when I used to do opposite stuff.
That was fine right there. That was filmed good.
That was good. I think that was
leave it on the spot. Yeah.
Dylan Smith right there. Let's
go. Good job, Dylan.
You know, the camera just got passed around these days.
Yeah. What camera do you remember?
This is Randy filming here. I think he's like running maybe. This was a really weird Canon that had like the monitor came out of the handle. So it was like a VX, like the monitor
comes out of the handle. That's
little 2-inch screen came out of the handle. I forget what it was. It was like the first camera I ever had that filmed to an SD card.
Nice.
All this is Randy's behind the camera on pretty much all these clips now.
That 360, dude. I remember that. This shit is fucking fused into this spot.
That's an amazing spot too.
Feeble 180.
It's also Feeble 180. Yeah, right by Randy. There's some people have gone. Dude, some scooter kids have gone and done some damage over there. That's a sick spot.
Yes, it is. It's a sick clip, George.
I had a rocks lining up showing me where that ledge was.
Nice. That's just a blind fucking hop. Is this the video where he 540s maybe?
Man, this. Oh, here, check out Randy on the scooter here. That's my old ramp right there. Nice.
Dude, I remember this like it was yesterday. This is crazy. Nose manual.
And now I'm filming, so we're gonna see a lot of the floor on this
Well, here
now.
we go.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
great art. Look at that art.
Don't
Oh,
point the
more
camera at the
floor.
ground, dude.
Pegs up over.
Oh, back to the ground. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see those pedals again. I remember thinking this spot was very cool.
We're going back to the ground here, Bobby.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Literally every clip. Hey, these are your hubs that you ended up riding. These green ones.
No, dude, probably literally. Oh, no, this 4 years in the future here, but
Yeah.
maybe Randy got him back from me. Who knows?
The demolition
Full
shit was
circle.
cool. That
Still
seat was
demolition here,
iconic.
though.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. It felt like Randy was only on demolition for a flash, but I remember when he went to Mutiny, I thought it was the craziest thing. Like, dude, you're not
Hang
doing
nothing? Oh, hang five.
5. Yeah. And that was like
yeah,
early
Yeah,
in
I
those
remember seeing
days.
that like, whoa. And then I went out and tried to learn them.
I remember Randy and Jared Swafford, if you ever knew Jared.
Yeah. I
They used
don't
to
know if I
always,
met him, but I know about Jared for sure.
so Randy, Jared, and I, and a lot of other dudes, we're all from the same little area. And Jared and Randy used to always mess around with hang fives and hang nothings. And I was like, man, what are you doing on your nose like that? And,
Yeah, how do you do that?
I didn't even think it was all that cool, and it turned out it was a great thing. This is
It was
cool. This is
ahead of its time.
this
Oh,
is
the
pegless.
pegless.
Too.
Yeah, I
right?
remember that, dude. That's wow. This is crazy because I haven't seen this in so long, and that blew my mind. Does he do a hang nothing in here or no?
He probably does one somewhere.
Ice 180.
It might be the
early Ice 180.
Dude, early, and just thinking, I remember that. Just thinking that was just insane. This is an amazing spot.
Is that one still going? I feel like that spot's still going.
That spot. I mean, it's probably 10 miles from where I'm sitting right now. I found that on a just looking for spots. My friends and I used to do.
You found this or the stage?
The three step
Nice.
like
You found
curve.
that? Cool.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Did you guys wax it up or was it already a spot?
It was waxed up. I think some skaters got a hold of it ahead of us.
It's a damn good spot.
But dude, we used to do spot finding. We drive with no plan. If the light's red, you turn right. If it's green, you go straight. If there's an arrow, you go left. And we just drive.
That's pure. You guys are in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I went like driving for spots, but every time I'm out driving somewhere, I'd like to take a little detour and look. Any girl that come into or like any like girl that hangs out with me and we go somewhere, they're like, "What are you looking at?" I'm just like,
oh, dude. I remember one time we were I think it was a Mutiny trip. Maybe we'll just say V Club because we're watching V Club trip, and we were looking at a bank, and it's like 6 dudes get out of a white van, and they're just staring at this, concrete thing.
yeah.
And this old dude just walked up and he was like, "You boys on acid?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're having that much fun, I think. But hey, it's funny, isn't it?
It is. Like I think about it from the perspective of not knowing what you're doing, and it is very weird. I wouldn't be surprised with the on acid. This is the Dylan that I know and love, by the way. This shit was.
Dude.
Yeah.
And Dylan's still shredding today.
Is he? Cool.
Yeah, him and his brother are killing it. Dylan and Ryan. Dylan shreds the BMX still a good amount if you follow him on Instagram.
No, I don't know if I followed Dylan Smith on Instagram. I haven't thought of him in so fucking long.
Dude, get in there. He's still
yeah,
riding bowls to get in the air.
That's the shit that you can do until you're old type shit.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Air. Founder of Tect, robotics automation integration.
That's right, Shredder. Forgot to leave that in there.
Sick. Hell yeah.
This is a funny one. This is back in the day. For some reason, we had a part 1 and a part 2. It's just early web video days.
Yeah. We got friends here. I am fully just going to watch this whole thing with you.
Dude, sign me up. You know what? Right before this, I was doing some scrolling last night, and I'll share them with you at some point. I can share them with you after, but I just got all these videos that like when Randy and I were in our teens. And we would, I'd go to bed and Randy would just make some stupid video on my computer while in the other room I'm sleeping. And, he'd put lightning strikes and use some real terrible music and try to make something stupid, and it's got some real good dumb stuff.
That kid was steezy as shit. I remember that fro
Man,
motherfucker.
all these guys. This is all G Crew. If you ever heard G Crew, some
I have heard of
killer
G Crew
riders.
now. Are
You know
they?
Kareem. Everyone knows Kareem. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a
Uh,
Bubba? Was Bubba in G Crew?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Which?
there was a Bobo. Bubba was
Because I
there was
met
a
Bubba
Bobo.
with Kareem, but I don't know if he was G
Okay,
Crew or
no,
not.
Bubba is another. We just saw Bubba on here actually not too long ago.
In this
Another
video?
O. Yeah, yeah. Another O. He was doing a rail ride to hop over some messy. There he is, right there, talking on the phone. Yeah, just click right here. Bubba
That's
Medlin.
Bubba?
That's Bubba.
Is that the same
He lives
Bubba I
in
met,
Seattle
dude?
now. So, yeah, yeah. Same guy lives in Seattle now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your guy. That's Bubba.
Crazy. He looks
Yeah,
nothing like him. That's why.
nothing like this. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, this is crazy too. Right here, this is nuts. Boom.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, Bubba.
Yeah, and now him and Kareem are Pacific Northwest. But this is all Kareem's.
Kareem
Kareem and
squad.
his buddies, dude. They were called G Crew, and they were like just Dallas shredders.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Dallas shredders.
That's another dude where it's like I forgot how OG Kareem is. Like he's been doing it for so
Dude,
long.
he's still doing it, man.
Big fan of Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem and I had some good times together.
Speak of the devil.
Right? I
You
know.
seen his new
Some of them.
teeth?
I saw his new teeth, and my goodness,
How weird.
I hadn't seen him in person yet, though. I can't wait to see him smile in real
Me
life.
too. I can't wait to see it in person too. It's
Oh, look
pretty
at that
sick.
reverse.
And
Yeah,
he's another one where it's just like he kind of goes big or go home. Go home.
dude. Yeah, I feel
And
like
the rest of the time he's just chilling, just hanging out.
chilling, dude. Yeah, Seattle's pretty up. Seattle's got some real DFW representation. I know Charles. You know Charles Kundal,
I want to say yes, but I don't
Darth
know.
Dre on
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah. I know
Yeah,
Darth Dre for sure. He's from Texas too.
yeah, Dallas. They all
Huh.
grew up together.
Damn. Okay, Dallas.
Yeah, yeah. Charles and
Hanson
I
is
met
another
Charles.
one.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my
sorry. Go ahead.
gosh, that's a gnarly one there. No, but Charles, all-time friend of mine, and super shredder, and a man that respects the spots with
Hell
the
yeah.
best of them, and finds them. Spots find him sometimes. They just tap on his shoulder.
Hey, what's up? Will you ride me?
Yeah,
Pause. Um, yeah, respect spots. Shout out Charles. I was gonna say though, Hanson is another one where it's like, I've known, I've known about Hanson Little forever. But I know very little about Hanson Little. I don't know
man,
shit about his mate.
dude, Hanson is a myth.
Mm-hmm.
He is real though.
His mystery is only exceeded by his power.
That's, and his speed and his speed.
Fuck yeah.
Just
Um,
Hanson's another Empire BMX dude represent. You know,
yeah.
Hanson was he was an Empire. He was like the dude at the front desk forever.
Well, do you know what he's doing now?
I don't, but I can almost guarantee it's probably something with bikes or cars.
Nice.
He knows how to make things run well.
Yeah, the Smith Bros.
Smith Bros. I forget how it ends with.
Randy, or no?
I
Wait,
don't
no,
know,
we
dude.
already watched Randy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you guys unlock this spot? I feel like if the pegs to gap is being done, that was like
I
early
mean,
in
it
that
must.
spot's history.
Yeah, because that was near Dylan and Ryan's mom's apartment.
Yeah,
So
that went on to become one of the most famous spots ever.
yeah, I think A Ross has some
Yeah, the
real
ice
bangers
whip.
over there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Dylan and Ryan, Austin OGs, they always been there forever. So every spot is
Has Garrett Reynolds done something on this spot? No, this is the loading dock that Randy Fives, right?
Randy Fives.
Yeah.
There's been a lot on that loading dock.
I feel like I
Um,
saw a Garrett clip there, but I don't know.
Wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of Randy clips there too. Maybe Ryan takes us home on this one. I don't remember.
Maybe.
Oh,
Jeremy.
Jeremy hucks it.
And this is where you're nervous filming.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you just have to rely on the tripod at a certain point. Just like Jeremy's acting tech here, like he's gonna send it. Oh, that's good. This is
Sheesh.
good. Oh man, just full speed pole
Yeah,
jam.
that's a send. That is a crazy one.
That's a shake while you film there.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
That's got to be the ender.
Yeah, I
No?
think it's almost, yeah. And then we're
Yeah.
in just like blooper reel.
I wouldn't be mad if that pull jam's the ender. It should be.
It should have been. If
I
not, then
think it
shame on
is.
me. Yeah, okay.
It must be. Yeah, that is.
We're gonna call it the ender. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
goodness.
What's your favorite footage of Randy, or your favorite trick that you were there to see? What's your like riding wise? What's your best memory with Randy?
Mm. Dude, my favorite footage of Randy riding is honestly um, Randy in that Mutiny Spring video with the twinkling logo that we saw at the beginning of
Yeah.
this. I wasn't literally filming any of it, but that's when I just think like when I think about like Randy just at his most like dialed in phase
Mm-hmm.
where it was as easy as it was ever gonna be, no injuries, carefree, life going well.
Wait,
Like
what did I just skip?
that's this point in time. Um, he just really was just shredding here.
There he is.
Oh yeah, all the.
The
I mean,
magical
nothing.
man.
Everything here was. I don't think there's any three tries of anything ever at this point in Randy's time. It's just boom, boom, boom.
And it's so. What do you think it is about his riding that just looks so good? Like, why does it?
Just care. I just feel like it just looks easy, careless, and I really think it all comes from like you see how we just watched them run and do a 360 on a
Yeah.
bike rack.
Yeah.
Like that's the most serious that you could see him.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Like if he was
Just
trying the
goofing.
most gnarly thing, if he was whipping the stair, like he's kidding around the whole time,
Yeah.
and he's having fun. Like I think that was his fuel was fun and being silly in the prime,
When did
you
it?
know.
When did he leave us?
Oh, he did the worst. He had just like the worst leg break. He had what I think it was called like a spiral fracture. He was doing a nose bonk 3 on just like a 4 or 5 foot tall street spine at this park called GPX, and I think the wood might have broke on the ramp, and so his foot went in it a little bit, and he was spinning, and he just got this gnarly fracture that spun around his bone.
Damn.
It was called a spiral fracture.
Yeah.
And
I had
it
never
messed
even
up.
heard it until I was looking you up and saw the spiral fracture video that you made on your YouTube channel, where he's talking to the camera.
It was like a school project. I didn't never mean to make it to the real world, but it made
Yeah.
it. But yeah, that broke his leg real bad. Had nerve damage. Had a surgery that didn't go that well to repair it. That resulted in additional nerve damage. And just the caveat, like I'm pulling out of the chamber of memory here, so I might get some stuff wrong. But then I remember he was out for so long. It was just a tough time for him being out and not having like a way to do this to
Right.
feel good.
An outlet.
Yeah, and right when he came back, I remember me and him were sessioning this stupid like 3 foot tall concrete ledge, and he did like a nose bonk something, and he was like, "Dude, I think I just broke my leg," and broke his leg again,
No.
and then that foot was just like he had nerve damage in his leg, and his leg was just not there for him.
Yeah.
And it was just so many. It was like a 2 year span of like at least 2 surgeries and at least 2 leg breaks,
Yeah.
combined with just like life not giving him the best cards. It was just one thing after another after another.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, that was rough times.
When was it? What year?
I think it was 2012. It was the
2012.
year I moved to Los Angeles, so it was 2011 going into 2012. It was on the London Mutiny trip.
You were on the trip?
It
When it
was
happened?
the trip. The trip had been over for about like 3 days. I was still in London. I flew to Prague to meet my sister, and that next morning is when my phone was blowing up, and that was it.
Fuck. You didn't,
Yeah.
well, obviously, you fucking. That's such a heavy topic, too, and I don't even know how
I
to
know.
navigate it, Just
I
like, I
know.
want to
Yeah,
know, because I don't know
there's like
how. Like, is it inappropriate to ask how he did it? I don't want to be insensitive.
I can't say with like I can say off air what I understand to happen, but
Yeah.
I don't, if it's
Yeah,
not
that's
100% confidence, I can't put it into the air.
Well, approach that topic respectfully. That's it is what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, tough times. Really hard to deal with it. With just life, family, everything. Just
Yeah,
when it rained, it poured, and it poured.
it's a tough one, dude. Yeah, whatever can be said about that is
But I'll
already been
say
said 1,000 times.
for yeah. But Randy definitely, he left early, but he left a lot. The dude just like this, like the stuff that he did was just so pungent and just powerful and just oomph and very unserious and very fun, and that's the Randy I
That's
got.
it.
That's why I
Yeah.
just every day right by my computer I got Randy right here, just jumping all over the chair,
Yes.
So
My biggest memory of Randy, or like I never met him, but like my favorite clip was the 540. I think he's on a white bike with blue wheels. And
oh, it was the 540
Yeah.
down a staircase?
Yeah. Staircase, not a loading dock. And
I wonder if it was the 5-stair on
sweated that.
Overexposed. It was early. Like I remember,
Yeah.
it was the first time I ever saw a 5.
Yeah, I was like,
On a
what the
staircase.
fuck? You can do
No,
that?
it wasn't that big of a staircase. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember that session. I think Randy might have said the same thing. Oh my God, like this is possible. Like,
Yeah. And just
I
pull it
remember
off.
him like rolling up to that thing and thinking like, usually when Randy was about to do something, it was kind of like, I'm gonna 5 this, and he'd say it, kind of like very, like he was gonna do a 180. Like it was like, you're gonna 5 it. Okay, let me get the camera real quick. Boom.
Wait a second. Let me get ready.
That's usually how it went down. That's awesome. I think it's that. I mean, I know he did a lot of them, but yeah, that one, and then
It's probably the one you're thinking of for sure.
Yeah, there was also just some like stuff that I just feel like was legendary. Like we both looked in Denton where the Mean Green, like the green monster handrail was.
Mm-hmm.
His props bio, my God, that's some real good stuff, dude. He was really, really on one for that time.
Damn, just you saying that, I can hear the song.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But that, like when he luckied the Mean Green handrail.
Yeah, that was huge.
Mean Green, like, because it was just, we rode that thing, that right there. Yeah.
Way ahead of its time.
That was like, something all of us would ride past, weekly. Like you had to ride past that damn rail to get to a lot of places.
Yeah.
And so whenever someone did something that wasn't double peg on that, it was like, whoa.
180
love
whip.
This clip.
90 whip.
Just dialed. Just like, like there's
Pure.
not, if you put on your most critical lens, you couldn't pick that apart.
I remember tripping out over that. That was one of the first times I saw
bounce. Just some bounce. Just like, man.
Players. I damn near have this thing memorized too. And the fact I remember tripping on this, I think I might have been in the background watching him do this. I can't remember.
Yeah. So this is the wrap twist spot.
That's the wedge, baby. And just the way he used the spot is very unique because everything's been done on the wedge, but to go down and then back up is so sick.
Just from that messing around mentality, dude.
Yeah.
Just screwing around. Like, oh shit, you can do that.
It's just new boot goofing, dude. Just new
boot goofing, dude. Big boogie,
Yeah. Well, he'll be with us forever, man.
Yeah, I filmed a lot of stuff from that one. It was the OG.
You say you filmed a lot of that? A lot of his props bio?
Probably like a third of it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I always kind of assumed it was like only Stu.
Most of it was Stu. And I remember when like Stu, like because I was, Randy wasn't always the easiest person to get a hold of. He was a bit mythical. And he lived, a bike ride away from me. So sometimes I'd just go to like, let's go ride, dude.
Let's go. Let's get it going.
So sometimes that was the easiest way to get a hold of him, was just let me film him.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got this. You just become his agent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else about Randy while we're still on it before we move on? Was there
no
beforehand?
No, nothing other than just leave with Randy just messing around, having fun, and just a damn good bike rider and a funny dude.
Yes, sir.
That props bio was some peak riding. I think that might have been like his.
Very fucking progressive. When did it come out? 14 years ago, 2010. That's what I would guess. Yeah.
2010. Damn. All right.
Fuck, it's so heavy. I remember talking with Joe about it and getting emotional and fucking. All right. So let's talk about your favorite trick.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You know,
No.
let's do this. I have questions that I want to. I don't know if they're questions, but I wrote down ideas for like my YouTube channel. I want to do a video. How do pro BMX riders make money? You want to answer that, George Boyd? How do pro BMX riders make money?
Well, I'll tell you how I did 10 years ago was I got a Mutiny check every month.
Nice.
It was a little one, but I got a Mutiny check.
200?
200, yes, sir. Damn.
Just felt right, dude. You're worth 200 to me, George.
This is pre-inflation, too, so that means a lot.
That's 200 back then is something.
And then with Odyssey, it was kind of like not how present, but Odyssey was like, you got a photo and the logo was there. And
photo contingency.
Like photo contingency. And I was not on the pro. I was on like I forget some fancy team name that was there. That was like a photo contingency payment, and it was awesome. So that's how I did it.
Yeah.
So it was like photos, and at that point in time, like it was really like Walter's one of my best buds today, and was back then as well. And Walter was the editor of Ride UK, and for a while before convoluted stuff, he was taking tons of photos for Ride too. And so
you were just plugged in.
Dude, yeah, my best bud was a killer photographer.
Yeah. It's wild thinking about Walter's career. He's one that I should talk to on here, honestly. But like I always just thought of him as the media guy, and then I learned later on, like, oh shit, he's a killer on the bike too.
Blew his kidneys out doing flares.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. But yeah, what you're saying is very traditional. I remember living with Drew and seeing that same exact kind of workflow, and he was always like very meticulous about like where the sticker was on his bike during the photos, and like being at the spot while he's getting a photo, and he's like, I gotta make sure I get this and here, like it's interesting.
I had one dark time in my bike career where there was this shoe company that was based out of Dallas, and I was like didn't have any shoe sponsor, and they were like they sponsored like NBA players, and they were like trying to get into the skate world. And I went to this place. They had a skate park in their building. They were like really trying to be cool with the kids. And I signed like a contract, like I'm gonna be on this thing. It was crazy. And the only reason I did it was because the contract had this stipulation, like this is like big video views. And I forget what the price was per view, but like we were working on multiple Mutiny videos. I was like, dude, if I get this freaking logo on 10,000 views, like I'm about to make like a year's worth of money.
Hell yeah.
And I felt like I was cheating the system. And again, I just embarrassed myself by trying to like do it because I rode these stupid shoes, stupid logo, wore the damn shirt, put the stickers everywhere. Cause I was like, pretty sure, like, I was like, if they stay true to this contract, that I'm about to like really make some buku money. And I remember they said they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't pay. And they wouldn't pay because they would have owed me like and I sent them like 80 something screenshots from like these videos where the logo was like clear as day.
Yeah.
And then like denying it to their end.
Fuck. So you did it and you had it in writing. The contract said you would.
Oh yeah, I signed the whole thing. I remember. And then they sent me I don't want to say the name because there's people at the time who I didn't respect who I respect today. But it ended with them calling me and telling me that I'm a failed investment. I was like, dude, that's awesome. As a BMXer, like I'm a failed investment. Like, cool, all right, let's go.
Cool. What does that even mean? Failed investment? They failed by investing in you? What?
I guess so. But it was a bitter ending. But it taught me a lesson of like, I must have gotten some, not from the views though. I think there was something else, some other thing. But it was a cheap play. But it goes back to the old saying that if it sounds too good to be true, like
it definitely is. Yeah,
it's gonna be somehow. It's gonna be. no matter
It's
how
so
sure you
funny how
think.
that shit works because while you're in it, you know that, but you're like, no, this is real. It could be real. It could be
I
real.
got the one this time. I got the one. Yeah,
Yeah, I got the
no.
one time that the too good is actually good.
So, yeah.
What other ways can pro bikers make money?
Today,
Contests,
don't you think
energy drink
contest?
sponsors, shoe
Contest?
sponsors.
Um, like you get a signature part, you can get your what's
Yeah, royalties.
royalties.
Yep. Which I think is very. I'm so curious about the actual numbers of like if you had like Edwin's grips, for example, like 10 cents
Oh
per grip or
man,
something, but
I wonder.
maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. But that's an interesting side of the biz, which is cool
Yeah,
because then I don't know. It gets you have more incentive to like really push that shit. And
yeah.
now there's different ways. Like I just saw, I talked to Antonio out in California, and he just did a plug for Tylenol on his Instagram. I was like,
Oh
dude,
yeah, that's a
fucking
whole nother
good for
way.
you. That's
Brand
crazy.
sponsorships, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not like a full. I won't air out how he got it, but it was like a short deal, one or two posts. And when he told me the money, I was like, what? What the fuck? So I don't know. I was just at the compound with Brett Silva and Trent Lutzke and them boys, Grant Uby, and
Cool.
um, got I had a couple beers with them, and then I was flying home, so I had some airport beers, and I'm drunk in the airport, just telling Brett Silva, "I'm gonna get you fucking sponsors, and I'm gonna get you paid. You deserve
I'm
to
calling
have to make a
Tylenol.
lot of money." Yeah, and so it's fucking. There's something, man. I think
But it's
it's a
true. If you know how to
yeah.
play that game, I mean, it's marketing, I guess.
It's
Like
literally just
it's a
marketing. That's what it boils down to. We used to be, or you used to be a moving billboard. Like that's why a company would pay you is because there's a return because people see that company and then they're gonna buy that stuff. It's
yeah.
almost
I
like a
mean,
privilege to be a sponsored bike rider because like you don't have to sponsor people to make money in anything, you know?
no. But and then I guess if you're really plugged in or if you're not, if you got a attitude, like if you're a dude who's got the big mohawk, like there's a brand that is going to speak to the dude with the mohawk.
Exactly. Yeah.
So maybe not Tylenol, but someone
Yeah.
will.
You're gonna need some Tylenol after all the gel in your hair gives you a
That's right.
headache. You know?
Yeah, maybe that's when you call it Axe or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, and then Tylenol's an interesting one because it's right on the line. Like I don't really think that taking Tylenol is a good idea. I think it's like hard on your liver and fucking.
dude, I wish I
At
knew
least
that.
I think Tylenol's
I
better than
learned that recently.
ibuprofen.
And
But
you're supposed to rotate. That's what I've learned today. You do one then the other.
yeah, but that's one of those ones where it's like, are you like compromising your morals to make money over here? And I'm like, where's my line? I don't know. Like if Zen was
Uh,
like, we'll sponsor your podcast, just promote us. I'm like, fuck yes, dude, let's go. Get these kids on nicotine, right?
that's right.
Yeah, I'm fucking. I got
Royalties.
the Zen and the Jewel. Give me all the. I'll take some Sin sponsorships.
Yeah, send.
All right, so that's a fun answer. I think I'll ask everybody that, and then montage you guys together. I don't know how do
Hey.
BMX riders make money. Here's a fun one. Of all the videos that you've seen, which video had the best music choice?
Ooh. All right, this is a wild one, but this is one that stuck. The song stuck with me for so long. Brandon Harris props bio. It's funky. It's it. Randy and I used to play this one all the time. I used to play it all the time. And the song, there's a better answer, Bobby. I guarantee you. But
I gotta hear it. Let's
the
see.
song was like kind of what brought me to the part of it. It's like some like epic.
I'm gonna get
Classic.
copyrighted, but fuck it.
If it's on props, you're good.
Really? Probably, huh?
Not, I mean, more like
You
it's
can't
not-
hear it, huh?
I can hear it. I can hear it.
But this is it, right?
Yeah, this is it. And
Yeah.
if you really buy into this part, you really lock in and like really just like watch this a long part. And like towards the end, as it kind of like really sinks in with the music, like there's just some moments that were like at this point in time, some of the stuff he
Yeah.
was doing was so nuts. And
Progressive.
the
With
music
some weird
really just like
piano
it talked to me.
rock.
It talked to me at the time. There's better, way better ones. Honestly, the best is probably the Van Halen Criminal Mischief song.
Shoo.
That's probably the real best one, right?
I mean, if there is an objective answer, that might be it. That might be up there. You're the first person I've ever asked this question to, so I'm not even sure.
I'm excited to hear. This is one where I would go do my homework, but that's my answer. Criminal Mischief and dude, this Brandon Prospile song really just there's something weird about it that just got
So
me
Brandon
on that
Harris
one.
likes metal, huh?
I don't
What made
know.
me
I mean, it
guess?
certainly looks
He
like
loves
it.
it. Look at that. Yeah. It looks like it. Sounds like it. That's sick.
What? Yeah,
It
that's a
would be
fun question. I like that one. I really like it. Honestly, Voices Joe Cox one too. I also
fuck
love that.
yes. Yeah, me too. I honestly,
Yeah.
the whole Voices video, the soundtrack shaped my youth.
Oh, dude.
Fucking,
Yeah.
it was my first time hearing MF Doom. First, maybe,
Oh.
probably not first time hearing Modest Mouse, but first time hearing a Modest Mouse song on fucking repeat like that for Joe's part.
Mm. You know, another one while we're going for it is the Low Tech video, Eddie Cleveland with Mary Jane. That was good.
It's crazy how you say Low Tech and that literally just started playing in my head. Same with No Cars Go in Low Tech Vancouver, Arcade Fire. That one
Arcade
iconic
Fire,
to me.
man, love them.
Ian Schwartz, Gone Fishing.
Ian
popping
Schwartz
into
was
my head.
good.
Carl Pointer, Shook It's On, and Brad
Whoa,
Sims and Shook It's
Shook.
On. Yeah.
Shook, wow.
was huge on me. The best song choice, it's not BMX, but Jonathan Pierce in Boyish. The way that Jackson Casey edited his part, it slaps on every fucking beat, and Jonathan's skating is very just like, I don't know, flip trick down a gap, so it's just everything just hits.
All right, I got one more for you. I don't know that one. I need to watch it. Tell me what that is again.
Boyish?
Boyish.
Boyish is the name of the
putting that over
video,
here for the
it's very good.
on, yeah.
At least watch Jonathan Pierce's song.
Okay, here's my final answer, and it's a skate one. It's the Luc-e M83 intro.
Oh yeah,
you know that?
Yeah.
I mean,
talk about epic,
on.
dude.
Spike Jones behind it. I mean, come on. Yeah, that turned me on the M83, and that was my go-to listening for
M83
5 or so years.
Was big. Now it seems like old and outdated, but I wonder what
Sad.
M83 sounds like now.
Oh, dear. All I know is that the dude who gave me my baby's stroller, he's married to a friend of my wife's, and he mastered that album. I had no idea. I've known the guy forever. And
he mastered M83 album?
Yeah.
Damn. And he gave you a stroller.
Pushing around a stroller. That was
yeah.
I never knew it, but I learned it a couple weeks ago. So.
How old is your baby?
2 years.
Nice. Congrats, dude. That's amazing.
Thank you, sir.
How long you been a married man?
3 years. No, less than. No, honestly, what's wrong?
What the fuck did you just have to check, dude? Hold on, let me look at the calendar.
No, I was wrong.
3 years.
No, I got married after Eliza was born, so 1.5 years is the real answer.
Nice.
We've got 3 anniversaries, so yeah.
Sick. Yeah, it's tough to keep track. How'd you meet her?
We worked in the same building.
Cool.
Didn't work for the same company, just under the same roof.
Yeah, you just passed each other, not knowing each other for a while, and then you finally introduce. And oh my God, I love you.
Cross paths with someone for enough years. Every now and then you get to know them. Every now and then you marry one.
Yeah, so, every now and then you marry one. That's great. Happy for you. It's cool to see. I don't know. There's, knowing you from BMX for so long, you always hope that everybody's figuring their shit out and married with your own company and a child.
You know what?
Great.
You put things on paper, it really sounds like people got it going on. But the person that feels like they got it going on, I need to talk to them.
Yeah, I've had people come up to me like, dude, you got it going on. I'm like, do I though? Like everybody's got their own shit, especially on.
That's the truth.
That's paper. The truth. All right. Those were fun ones. Here's my other ones. What do you think is the most famous 360 of all time?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Shit. I'm gonna go with my guy Kareem over the handrail.
That's the first one that pops into my head too. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Ty Morrow over Rincon. Deadline.
Ooh.
Black Man, the one that he didn't land in Flipside, where he goes off the bridge into the bank and he does like a 450 and the bike explodes.
Well, the first thing I went to was like something that Dennis Anderson did. I was like, he's got to have something, but I couldn't pull one up.
Yeah, it's crazy because like Dennis does do the craziest, biggest 360s probably ever.
Didn't he have that three over that chain link fence? Or was that just a jump?
Oh, the banger in his latest video was just a gap over the craziest gap over.
Well, if he would have threed it, then I would have believed it too.
Yeah. Nerds, this is your job. Go to the comments. What's the most famous 360?
Really, I want to know.
Yeah, honestly, I think Dan Lacey's probably in the running for that.
Ooh, yeah, that's a strong contender.
Stevie Truck Del Toro, but that's not the same thing. Mike Hoder, 360 El Toro.
Straight clean 360. Yeah.
And then there's probably some pretty like Edwin doing it over a curb cut flat gap is pretty famous to me.
Yeah, it's just like
iconic
the sport. Yeah.
This is a fun one, dude. I like just racking your brain for fucking 360s.
I know. I'm going through like road fools right now. I'm like, what do we got?
Just some maybe over something.
But the straight 360, that's the special thing to it.
Yeah.
Straight three.
Yeah. Who do you think is not who do you think? Who is the most I don't know. This is a weird question. Who's the most influential rider?
For me, like personally,
just objectively, not personally.
Objectively?
I'll ask you your Mount Rushmore eventually, but
man, I'm gonna say. I mean, Nathan Garrett. I feel like Garrett's so good that it's almost like not inspirational. It's almost. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I'm gonna go home now.
Like I can't do that.
And I will never be able.
I always remember like Taj having a line on an interview about like his favorite tail ups are the ones that he almost like doesn't land. Those are his favorite ones.
Yes.
And that's always been a special line.
While we're here, tell me your Mount Rushmore.
Ooh, I'm gonna say Corey Martinez, Chris Doyle, Randy.
Corey Martinez, Chris Doyle, Randy.
Are there 4 heads on Mount Rushmore?
4 heads.
How many do they have up there today?
4 heads. You got 3. You need 1 more. This is the hardest one.
I know, it means a lot.
Corey Martinez.
I really feel like I want to be able to like back these things up. Van Homan.
Nice. That's a good Mount Rushmore, brother.
I'm thinking Square One White Oak Nightmare for Corey, and then Van, pick your poison, but Criminal Mischief.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Props Bio, and I'm not saying this is video parts, but that's where I go. And Chris Doyle the whole damn career, no footage.
The whole damn career. Me, I'm a fan of Chris Doyle for the podcast, the Palaver.
Gosh,
I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm a fan of Chris Doyle for his biking, dude.
Hey, commentating too.
Yeah, and just like, I think he's a realtor. Just like clean cut Chris Doyle. He's a good representation of BMX.
He is, dude.
And I'm sure he has like a little party side to him that beneath the squeaky
clean. You know him well enough,
exterior.
someone that he knows.
Yeah. I want to find this other list.
Taj is almost there though. Like Taj is one of the guys that really, really influenced my riding growing up.
Amongst like the cool BMX friends that I have or had at the very beginning, like Taj, T1 was the cool shit to sweat.
Dude, T1. Garrett Burns, all time for me. Dude.
Okay. Would you rather film? This is a fun one. I did this with Chadwick. But since you're a filmer editor, would you rather film a team trip or a solo rider's edit? And we'll power through these, by the way.
Team trip, 100%, 10 out of 10.
Would you rather film for the spot or film for a trick? Spots or tricks?
Like film, like literally film, or like am I?
You're filming.
Let me with that one more time, Bobby. Hold on.
Would you rather film a spot or a trick? It's a stupid fucking question. You need a spot for the trick. Skip it. Would you rather cruise all day or go do a one and done mission?
Cruise all day.
Would you rather film the banger clip at the end of the video that's a one and done, or a high security risk tech? Wait, nope. These are worded weird. Banger clip at the end of the day, all right, for the end of the video that has security guards coming to get you and it's a high risk, or you're at a super not high risk spot that's very chill and it's a long tech line that's taken forever.
Oh, I don't like the long tech lines that take forever. I'm going for the.
I
I'm
don't
going
like
for
filming
the.
those either, dude.
Yeah.
I like it because like I like it on one hand because you
I
get
like to watch
better at
it.
filming it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love watching it too. But like if I'm actually filming it, it gives me a chance to like correct mistakes as they come.
Yeah.
You know?
But also, like, they always tend to land it. Like, sometimes you're like, dude, there's no way you're pulling it this time. And then they do. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, man, like, I was
Yeah.
taking that one off.
Yeah, for real. I was taking that one off. I think I know this answer for you, but would you film? Would you rather film or edit?
BMX. If it's BMX, I'm just gonna say edit because that's what I do. I'd be lying if I didn't say that.
Yeah. You sold your camera, dude. You better not say
Yeah.
film.
I don't even have a camera to film with, so I can't even answer that.
Would you rather film at a Cali spot or a Cuddy East Coast spot?
Cali.
Nice. Glide cam or handheld?
Today we're gonna say handheld.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Tomorrow I'll change.
Would you rather film some pros you don't know or your average friends? But you
Friends,
happen to have
dude.
friends that are pros.
Hey, no, friends all day.
For your own personal project or for a brand?
Brand.
Interesting. I think
Get some
I
weight.
I can
Get
see
some
why.
weight.
Yeah,
Put
exactly.
some pressure on it, you know?
Nighttime clips lit up generator spot or daytime clips?
Daytime, 101%.
I'm with you. There was a good period of time where I was only filming at night and I thought I was going to go fucking nuts. So
I
daytime.
remember when like HD first started like being the thing, and it's like, well, we can't film at night anymore. I was like, oh, that was amazing.
Ah,
It's
shucks.
Yeah, it's getting
Yeah.
dark. Like that's full. I like to have a really set time to like give it my all.
Yeah. Okay. Long lens or fisheye?
Long lens,
Why?
because you can set up just a more landscapey, cool, creative spot. Like it takes more thought to get the long lens.
Yeah. There's a right way to film with a fish, but the long lens there's
The fish is like, if I'm worried I'm gonna get it wrong, like you can go with the fish. But if you're gonna get it right and knock it out of the park, it's you can
Yeah.
do that with the long.
What do you use to edit?
I'm in Premiere.
My guy.
I've had some wild journeys down some experimental programs, but
What's a
Premiere.
lesson you've learned over your career in video editing that if you could go back in time and tell your younger self this, you would have saved yourself time or just a valuable thing?
the number one is everything you do has the ladder up to something. There's no, like, everything matters. So
It has to
whatever
ladder
decision
up to
you
something.
make,
Is that what you said?
yeah. Like, I feel like every video you make needs to have like at max like 3 rules, and every decision you make needs to follow those 3 rules.
Huh. Like,
'Cause
give me
then
an
it feels
example of a
tight-knit.
rule.
Rule might be like, okay, like this is a like quick cut video, so we got to set up this video, which right now, Bobby, it leads me to my favorite answer in video editing. So can I just mix this real quick and give you like my all-time answer that just hit me? So video editing is this. There's the setting up of a pattern and breaking it when you're ready for someone to pay attention.
Nice. Damn, that's fire. I like that a lot.
That's it. There we go.
I like that a lot. That is sick. Setting up a pattern and breaking it when you want somebody's attention. I'm gonna start keeping my eye out for that. With editing, I loved the feeling of figuring out that point in the middle of the song where something changes or the beat drops, and then knowing what clip is gonna be perfect there, and literally putting that before anything else. And like,
Yes.
Ramp slow-moing it so that it matches the cadence of the build-up, and then land on
Oh
that hit,
yeah.
and it's just fucking.
And then you have to like, how do I get to that? Like, what happens
Yeah,
before it? Like,
exactly.
how do I let that like really sing?
Yep, and building out from there is my favorite. What do you think are the most important clips in a video? I always say this is a weird question. Basically I'm just saying I think the first clip is probably more important than the banger. First clip's very
Yeah.
important. Banger's second most important than
First
everything
clip
else.
tells you, yeah, 'cause, like the first clip tells you what you. It's like this is what you're about to sign up for if you watch
Yeah,
this part.
exactly.
And then yeah, and then you got to have. There's another one in there somewhere because like you're gonna have a lull
Yeah.
at some point, so you got to have some like kind of like somewhere where you're like, all right, I'm back and we're in this thing. We're gonna carry it to the end now. You know,
Yes.
the one that's like, was that the banger? I was like, no, there's 40 more seconds. Like, holy shit! Like, what's coming next? You know,
Yep.
like that trick.
How about for you personally, what's your favoritely edited BMX video? Is that good English?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
favoritely
you got
edited?
across to me. Favorably edited. Got the most well edited BMX video
Yes.
is Let's Get Mystical.
Nice. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Let's get mystical. How does one practice? That's
Oh, I
that's
lost you.
fuck that one.
Okay, I lost you for a
Skip it.
second there.
Um, what's a trend in video editing that you hate right now?
Oh, I feel this strongly. It is the like it's the talking head that then boom, and you have like the black screen with the hash marks, and then it's like I'm talking about birds flying. You like see like this like graphic of a bird come across, and
Yes.
their like head might be just at the bottom, and then that's like boom, and they come back and they say like the highly over edited, like overly dramatic, like
Literally the shit
unnecessary
that
sound
is
effects.
it's being
Every 7 Instagram videos right now, everything. Yeah, dude.
this type shit.
Yeah, I hate
Fuck.
that.
I too hate
I,
this style of
I
editing.
think people call it like the I'm on Godsey effect or something.
I'm on Godsey. In general, I heard the term it's retention based editing. I'm on Godsey.
I think that's the dude who like he's a YouTube channel guy and he kind of like started that whole thing, or his
How do you
editor
spell?
started that whole thing.
Oh, there we
I
go.
think it's Gadzhi.
I'm Godsey.
Yeah, he's kind of the one behind that look. A lot of times when you're on the internet video editing groups and you get some like new hotshot like young YouTube kid who makes money in crypto, it's like I want it to be Iman Ghazi style. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I can tell that kid has $4 to make this video, and I'm not working with him.
Yeah, for real. No taste. That's a fun one. Okay, I mean, on the hate trend, this always gets
That's
the
right.
people riled up. Like, what trick could you wave a magic wand and say that trick nobody will ever do it again? What trick would you like to erase from BMX? Granted, it's fucking freestyle. We love everybody, and it's all fun and foo-foo. But let's play pretend and be a hater.
All right, let's play pretend.
What trick is
Let's say,
gay?
dude, I'm gonna. It's a funny trick, but it's never cool. It's a candy bar.
It's tough to make a candy bar cool.
Yeah, no one's figured it out yet. Maybe someone did somewhere.
I'll tell you what. Albert Mercado did a bunny hop to candy bar X up double peg
Oh my gosh,
to
that's like a
back
Matt
out.
Hoffman. That's like a Matt Hoffman like vert trick
Yeah,
grind.
smashing. Yeah, exactly. It was that. It was a vert trick grind. And I was like, I like that.
No, they're cool, but if I don't want to take
It's a good
anything away,
answer.
but if it's forcing my hand, it's the
Yeah,
candy bar.
good. We
I'd
hate it.
rather see a bar hop. I'll
We
put
hate
both
it.
feet over.
Oh yeah, proper fucking a bar hop grind. I saw my buddy Dawson Clark did at one point. He hopped into a double peg and then did a bar ride mid double peg and then hopped back to pedals and got off. And it was iconic.
Wow.
I've never seen it since. It's pretty fucked.
Charles Cundall, Darth Dre does some really cool like manual tricks where he'll like one hand like hold the middle of the crossbar
Yeah,
and
that
like
shit's cool. I'm not mad
just
at that at all.
Charles does some really cool stuff in that world. And he does some mean candy bars, so respect, so whatever.
Fuck yeah, respect Darth Dre. He's real
He
good.
used to do them before I wiped him off the earth.
Yeah, they're gone now. I'm trying to think of goofy shit I've done with. Like I thought about your Lucky, one-handed Lucky is like a goofy trick, but it's fucking awesome. I did a
I was really pumped on that. I wish it stuck around, but
Yeah. I wish I could see the clip. That's like, are you letting anyway? I picture a
want me to
one-footed
tell you what the clip
levitator
looks like,
grind.
Bobby?
Yeah.
I just climbed on the rail for a little bit, and I was like, "All right, take a picture."
Let's just fake it. um.
What you were saying, something one something levitator grind?
Oh yeah. I was really stoked on doing. I one time I did a levitator grind, but I accidentally left my non-grind side foot off. And I was like, "Whoa! I just did a one-footed levitator." And so it just looks kind of like your legs are like this and the back pegs up, and it's a weird trick, but
Dude,
I'm stoked.
that's
I
cool.
filmed one of them.
That just reminds me of another one I did. Which was I did a what would it be? I did a knack lucky. So like you're
Whoa!
dipping your front, and I brought my back foot around to the back and dragged my foot on
On
the
the
ledge.
ledge?
Yeah,
Sick.
that one's
Damn, that
that's on
sounds cool. I want to
Instagram.
try that.
I'll send you the Instagram link somewhere.
It
It
seems
was it
very
was
possible, not
it
difficult.
made a lot of sense. It made
Yeah,
a whole lot of sense.
because all your weight's over there, anyways.
It's on my Instagram. It's not that old. Um, my Instagram has been
Let's pull
posted
it
in
up.
2 years, so
Yeah, I was noticing you're not a very
you can see
social media
the
guy.
screen of it on there.
Oh
One,
yeah, there
two,
it is right
three,
there.
4, 5. Yeah,
Here
there's
it
Darth
comes. Speak
Dre.
of the
Speak
devil.
of the
There's
Green Devil.
Charles.
Oh yeah,
Charles Grundle. I just know him as Darth Dre.
Charles Kundle.
Kundle.
Just Darth Dre. C-U-N-D. And you know he like flies a Chinook helicopter as a
Sick.
firefighter. Like he's a
That's
firefighting
a
helicopter pilot.
that's a fucking man, dude.
I'm telling you. That's
Charles,
why
you a
he's
real man.
always in the best spots. All these spots are shout out Chattanooga, Tennessee. That place has some spots,
Yeah, it looks fun. That spot looks great. I wouldn't even ride the rail.
right?
Just a nice bank.
There you go.
Hey,
Not as
that
pretty
is
as it could
weird,
be.
dude. That is
Give
interesting.
give it to someone out there and they could make it look good. I
Yeah,
didn't quite figure it out.
that's cool. You know what? Somebody actually on a previous episode, I forget who, but they were like, knack knacks, gone forever. I was like,
That's
what?
not a bad answer. I
Yeah.
don't know. Some of those old dirt jumpers used to make them look so cool.
Yeah. There's people who can make it look good, but if you're doing it, he was saying the person who said this, fuck, I should remember, but he said when it looks like you're pressing a button to do a trick and you knack, gotta go. But if you're
Yeah.
just styling it out, that's cool.
Hey man, I'm staying strong with my candy bar answer.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Rules are rules, man.
Yeah.
Um, we're nearing the end. I gotta wrap it up.
Cool.
But
Cool.
so I asked you Mount Rushmore. What are you most proud of in your career?
I'd say I'm gonna give you two answers. I'm gonna give you one meta and one feel good and one honestly. There was a Odyssey trip where they sent everyone to Palm Springs, and I basically was just in a house with every single like person that I grew up loving, like Matt Berenger, Mike Aiken, Mark Losey, like forget my pronunciation, like Keith Mulligan, like I might have just
The
lied about one of the
heads.
people there, but like just the coolest, most awesome, like just list of BMX riders all in a house.
Yes.
And it was like a much more chill kind of trip where it was like there were days at the pool, two different crews would go out because there were so many people, and you'd come back and it'd be wine and good food, and it was like, man, like the Odyssey did a really cool thing and just got their entire team together, and it was so awesome to just ride in session all day with like the best riders and be in a hot tub at night
Yeah, that's
and
bomb.
being like, dude, like Chase is over there, and Matt Berenger's over there, and Mike Aiken's on the kitchen table. It was like, whoa,
Living in a
that
dream.
was that was that was the most like pinch me moment.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What about scariest moment?
Oh, tearing my ACL in the Empire Bowl and thinking, damn,
It's over, man.
that's an injury. And
That's
then the
it.
other side was trick wise, scariest moment was there was a rail hop to rail ride I did in for
Yeah.
the sake of the
For the
video.
sake
That
of the
was
video, yep.
I think it took me like over an hour to try it. Everyone was mad at me, like, let's just fucking go home. I was
Let's
just
just
like too
fucking go
scared,
home.
too
That's
scared to try it. And I ended up getting it first try, but
that's
it
what
was
I
the most
heard.
scared I've
I
been.
saw something about it. I forget who was talking about it. I think somebody shared a picture of the spot, and they're like, "This is still so crazy."
Yeah,
I
you can see it was,
yeah.
there's Dylan filming,
Ugh.
Garrett
You're like, I
Walter down
blacked out.
there.
What happened?
Yeah. That one was just really scary. There's like 50 clips of me just screaming at the rail.
What a crazy fucking setup. That's like bar height, no?
It was bar height, yeah, it was proper. There was one you could do down that wasn't bar height,
Oh
but
my
I went
god,
for
dude.
the
Yeah, that is no joke.
yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, dude.
I was pumped.
That's
I was
spooky.
scared. Every bit of it was scary. And like you said, yeah, you land on the rail, you black out, and you end up on the road.
Oh,
Worked
yeah.
out.
For the
But that
sake
was
of the
it. Yeah,
video.
Bobby, that scared me.
That's great.
I wasn't proud of it. I was proud of landing it, but not what I had to go through to get to it.
Yeah, that's the worst when you just, I can't do it. Well, I mean, I can relate on a much smaller level. Not, I've never done anything that scary, but like,
Right.
at this point too, like I'm getting, like we talked about it earlier, just like I'm unwilling to get hurt like I was when I was younger. So
Oh
I
yeah,
just look at things differently. Like you said, like, can you get away with it, or can I get away with this? And it's like, yeah, I could probably get away. And like even just minor injuries kind of really fucking annoy me now. It's just
I
like,
know.
now my foot's bruised for the next 3 days. It's gonna suck working out type shit. And it's just like, all
Because I
right,
wanted to do a knack to candy bar with this
yeah,
stupid
because I wanted to do
X.
a one-footed levitator grind. God damn it. What's something that you would that you not regret, but a trick that you could never figure out that if you could just
Oh,
magically
dude, turn
figure it
downs.
out?
Turn downs.
Huh.
I don't think you can learn how to do a turn down. You're either born with it or you're born without it.
Yeah,
That's it.
straight up, dude. I can't turn down for shit.
You can
I'm
see
with
the
you.
people that are if you're trying to learn a turn down, like you just can't do it. You know?
It's
You
yeah,
either,
it's an interesting. Like you don't really see people learning turn downs. It's
it's
either
like, can you dance?
you
Like, do
just
you got
fully
rhythm when you
clicked. Yeah,
dance or not? You
exactly. Yeah.
know?
I think what I've found with turn downs is, or not found, but my theory is I'm too big, so it just doesn't work. And like I'm too large of a person to make it like turn down's good for shorter people that can get out of the way. And dude,
Dude, but
smaller
then you
people
got
in
Doyle
general
over
just look
here
so
though.
much better on BMX.
But then you have Doyle just cranking the fattest turn downs.
That's true, and he's about as tall as me, so that's a
I'm
fucking bad
sorry.
theory.
I don't mean to point that out, Bobby. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I was I was delusional. All right, I
You
just
might be
can't
six foot
fucking
nine.
do
I
it.
don't know.
Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you would like to talk about, George Boyd?
Yeah. No, I just love talking BMX, dude. I can just go.
Yeah, this was
But
fun.
no, it's fun. Yeah,
Fuck
it was
yeah.
all good. It was all fun. Guys and Joe, Jeremy Harabel, Jim Bauer, all awesome people that let me do cool things. So respect to all those guys.
Boom. Who do you think is the most interesting person in BMX? Non BMX related. You know what I'm saying? Like the most
Mm.
interesting life
hmm
off the bike.
Mm. Gosh, I've heard of some wild people in my time. That's,
Yeah. I think Jay Miron and his woodworking
oh
is
yeah,
pretty epic.
Jamie out woodworking. Gosh, I go to. It's not quite BMX. It's there are some dirt jumps I rode that were like mountain bike dirt jumps,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a dude who it was like the most insane trails, like kill yourself every time you jump them, like 30-foot doubles. And there was a dude who was just homeless that just lived there and just had a killer bike, lived with the trails, kept up with them all day, every day. That was his home, had no home. And that's just what he
Fuck
did. He just
yes.
jumped like 35-foot doubles every day and made sure the jumps were good.
That's
So
fucking
that
amazing.
guy, that
That's
guy.
a that there needs to be a movie about that guy. Some people just figure out life like that. They're just like, all I need to do is sleep and do this.
I
This is
literally just
amazing.
live in the mountains with a bunch
Yeah,
of shovels and a $6,000 bike.
that's pretty badass.
Sorry, it's not BMX one, but that's
Fuck it, that's fine. It's fine. Another last question I've never asked, but maybe I've asked this. But who do you think I should get on here next?
I think you should get Darth Dre on here next.
Nice. I'll reach
That
out
is
to Charles.
so. I'll make that dude is. He loves BMX so much,
And he flies a helicopter.
And he flies he fights fires in a Chinook helicopter. It's like the only licensed helicopter in North America that is a Chinook, like the double blades.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Like there is like one licensed company, and there's probably like less than 20 dudes that can fly it, and he's one of them.
Hell
He
yes. Dude.
gets sent to places where there's fires, and he brings his freaking Odyssey bike bag in the thing, and he ends up in some desolate place with his BMX bike, and he's like, all right, I'm here for 2 weeks before I get off. Maybe there's a fire, maybe there's not. And if there's not a fire, he's just in some random spot with his bike for 2 weeks.
He's so good. I think I just started following him a couple months ago, but I remember scrolling and being like, what the fuck? Like he is.
Dude, he's so good.
Very good.
And he's so good. He loves the sport. He's had some really interesting background. Like he came up through trials riding and then like figured out BMX was a thing. So he's like his roots are in trials.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense with his bike control. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like his family is cellists. So like his dad builds cellos.
So all right, yeah, this one he might be one of the most interesting people in BMX for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah, he fights fire. I mean, the way he's basically like a pro travels. He's on a constant road trip every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
to the same spot or a new spot, and he just loves the rides. We just solo sessions. That's all amazing. The time. That high level skills,
For real, like he's doing ballsy self-filming stuff.
It really
I always was weird about doing stuff where I could get hurt. Self-filming,
especially if you're gonna go literally save the day tomorrow. I'm gonna go save thousands of homes with my job. Yeah. But I'm gonna send it down this handrail at 4 p.m. right now.
Yeah. He's carrying a fucking child out of a forest fire, but he's limping. It's like, yeah, I got a shinner yesterday. You won't believe it. I got a shinner yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah, that's my answer.
That was a great podcast, George Boyd. It's
Dude,
a treat to talk to you.
So fun. I know you. I want to hang out. Well, hopefully we can kick it in real life.
Yes, sir. So we'll be in
touch. I pass
through
Phoenix a good bit, driving back and forth from LA and Texas every now and then. So
hit me up. I'll buy you a coffee.
Phoenix, tell me where to get a good cup of coffee.
Yeah, I got you. Cool beans. All right, later, guys. All right, that's it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching the show, and we'll see you next week. But seriously, what is the most famous 360? Mike Hoder? Brooklyn Banks? I kept thinking of them after we talked about it on the podcast. Mike Hoder 360 fucking over Brooklyn Banks. Mike Hoder El Toro. Dan Lacey in the Any Monster video. That big one that Courage Adams ended up trucking too. But yeah, I'm so curious to hear what you think the most famous 360 is. So leave a comment. And yeah, thanks for making it to the end. Bye.